And we're back at the Drunken Spear. And we're going to start around the table at Illias and go around and introduce our characters.
All right. For those of you who've been listening in and tuning into us regularly, I'm playing Illias the Bard, who is a satyr. I am going to say one little factoid about Illias is that he is a basic bard character. Most of his abilities are about singing, dancing, performing, and all that wonderful stuff there. I would also say that Illias is quite useless outside of putting things to sleep or blinding it or using bardic of inspiration, which I failed to do, apparently, in combat. So it's kind of a fun character to play and whatnot. I'm looking forward to our next session that we are on for this. Oh, and to write the record, that is a skirt, Janessa, that he wears because it's a performer skirt, not a kilt. So yes.
Kilt sounds more manly though.
I was going to say, a kilt's more manly,
It sounds more manly, but he's a performer, so he's got
it
it needs to flow. Exactly. Vamir's got it has to flow, and it's multicolored so that it entrances folks.
If you were any well versed in these things there.
I mean, I'm more a kilt, and I would say it. I mean, you could perform in a kilt.
I'll just put a bow in his hair then.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you say that Illias likes both genders?
He can be coerced, yes.
Maybe he likes
don't
to
take
dress.
much.
Yeah.
So he's a cross-dresser. Okay, got it.
It's like,
No,
you're looking at me that way. Let's take this in the back room there, buddy.
It's just like he's got his
Not
coin.
here
It's
in
a
front of
flip-
everybody.
It's a flip of a coin.
Well, one factoid about my character here, not like 10 in his life story. All right, next.
Dovakiin.
My name's Gobi. I am a Goliath, and I am one of the few survivors after a big battle between my race of Goliaths and orcs.
All right, interesting. Kai.
Well, yeah. I play Kai Estvan. He is a changeling that mostly takes the form of human. As I said last time, his father was in the League of Blades. He was a pretty well-renowned person at that. After his father fell, his mother went to be a Lady of the Night to try to keep their funds coming in. Kai didn't much appreciate that his mother had to step down to that level, but she was doing what she could to keep him alive. But seeing her down that low made him hate the screaming pigeons even more, because it was at their hands that his father fell. So he's trying really hard to take them down. And he's also very scared of heights and will escape it if he can. But that's not always the case.
We should have taken the horse.
He should have.
And
And he said this would be the one ship that goes down. And what's happening to it right now?
Technically, it was attacked, then it went down.
But still, it's going down.
Yeah, hopefully you don't freak out too much when
It's
you're
going to tip the
flight down.
Well, if you tip it and you fall out,
Sounds like a good point for
No, he's tipping
some sort of
everybody
save
out.
throw for him.
He's just
I
kind of
said-
filling it up with vomit right now.
Tip the boat and everybody
God.
falls.
And Rango's laying there passed out, isn't he? So
Yeah.
he's just getting all of it.
Yep. I just.
Sorry.
Nope.
You're eating it.
Yeah. It wouldn't shock anybody. I mean,
Not
I
at
was
this
trying to
point.
drag a guy's arm with me. I had to re-listen just because I made sure that I was like, man. And then Cam pointed out, he's like, well, you were unconscious. I was like, yeah, I guess I would have lost grip on everything. But
You tried.
I did. You're damn right. I would have died trying.
Yeah?
Yeah, you didn't want to lose free food.
Szidras.
Fresh food, too.
I am Szidras Blood God, Twilight Cleric, and interesting thing would be my holy symbol is
Rather holy.
no,
Maybe I'm going with rather unholy.
Cloth filled with holes.
Oh, shit.
Some sort of small trinket.
I'm sorry.
Well, we haven't even heard what the thing is, and we're trying to guess.
Yeah.
Is a amulet with the actual medallion part. Is 8 draconic heads arranged around the circle. That's, each has a gem or some other item that is like oval shaped within the neck of each of the dragons.
So I'm imagining this thing's decent size,
Yeah. Well,
like 3,
Maybe.
4 inches around, maybe.
Yeah,
and
decent
What's it
size.
made of?
close.
Decent size for a kobold.
Well,
Bones.
fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
What's it made of?
Metal.
I was going to say bones.
Kind of. What's the gems? Are they valuable?
Don't answer that question. Don't answer it.
I'm just asking. I'm just curious.
You're not the thief here.
Well,
She begs to differ.
Not yet, she's not.
could be.
Yeah, not yet. Every rogue ever.
Yeah.
I think some of them are,
Hmm.
but I think Sarah actually had more on her than what Szidras has right now.
I have to find Sarah in this campaign.
Yeah. That last campaign, she had 13,000 on her
Oh,
Loaded.
in gems.
too bad Cadmus wasn't a thief.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then those gems or items will glow when one of
Orcs in
those
the air.
dragons are near.
Oh.
With a different gem in the center that is representing the Raven's Eye, the symbol of the Raven Queen, when a Shadowfell dragon is near.
Oh. Okay.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, I like where this is going. Keep going. Tell me more.
Free dragon detection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
Dova,
5
you're now in
miles.
charge of holding Szidras up, walking around.
Yeah, he is now the lighthouse / beacon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not just, any dragon. It's pretty much just Shadowfell dragons. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Still.
Hey, when you need it, you need it.
Yeah.
When you don't get, and when you don't have it is when you need it. So,
Just don't sell it, Kai.
yeah, I don't think he sells something like that. Maybe for your soul or a soul.
Yeah.
Rango.
Well, Kai wouldn't know what it is right now. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty.
I'm playing Rango the Wizard. I'm playing a lizard folk, and it has gotten pretty interesting. With just starting off the first episode, threw some magic and went down, but that's all right. We're back up and stabilized. Little fun fact about Rango. So he's lived in the woods. He's a trapper, and he just kind of had this little survivalist lifestyle. So he's kind of become in tune with nature more often and not people. So he thinks that, and other people think when they see him talking to animals that are close, or he thinks he can talk to animals. He doesn't realize there's a spell. So he
Okay.
just kind of talks to him. He's just like, oh, okay. And then most people just look at him and they're like, what's he doing? And they're like, oh, when they do see him, he's just kind of talking to him. He thinks they can understand him, but they really can't.
Okay.
So, yeah, should
I
be
picture him
interesting.
like Radagast.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got that. I got something in my notes. It's like, the hat of vermin. So I need to look this up and see how rare item, and it says perfect for the Radagast persona.
There we go.
So I think it's like a rat, a bat, or
A frog.
a frog, and they try to run away from you as soon as you pull them. And I said, what would be funny is just to have it,
Yeah.
and then just casually like a bowl of popcorn as you're sitting there watching, because it doesn't say that they're not a creature. You could just pull one out and then just munch on it, like eat it whole. It's right there.
Got
But-
food for days.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't even have to trap it. But yeah,
Oh.
that's Rango. Little wild, little nature man. So we'll see what happens.
Vamir.
I'm Vamir. On the surface, I appear as a hardened thief who doesn't give a shite about anyone, even those in my party. However, deep down, I long to find a friend. Someone who doesn't die or disappear upon me actually bonding with them.
Is like die bold and italicized?
Yes.
No thanks to that poor guard. That,
Yes, Robert.
That's
Fancied
what his
that
name
guy.
was.
So
Was
you
it
can have
Robert?
abandonment
Yes.
issues.
So abandonment issues, absolutely.
I think Illias can help you with that.
That's me fun fact.
Alrighty. And with that, last week we left off. You guys were in the lifeboat. You had just watched the airship crash and explode, lighting up the sky. To the south, you can see the Great River. Briefly before darkness I was going to say reclaims, but looking around your lifeboat, you can see that it does have a sail where you can try and guide it, while the fly enchantment on it still is in effect.
Wait. That makes it sound like there's a timer on this thing.
Rango is laying on the bottom, unconscious but stabilized with 1 hit point, and Kai is...
Can you just like pass out from fear after the ship exploded?
Yeah, you can just pass out from fear.
There we go.
God.
And the rest of you find yourself situated somewhere within this skiff of a lifeboat.
Yeah.
So, if it's cool, Vamir will go first. As I
God.
check out the Seda and I look
I'll
on
check
his
him out.
hips, I see... What do I see?
I think we did that. Like
Yes.
It looks like I have
Something underneath the skirt.
a couple pouches underneath the skirt.
Underneath the
What's
skirt?
that?
Yeah, they're underneath. Absolutely. I think I described it as he has a couple pouches, one on one hip, one on the other hip. I have a bunch of instruments tied to me. They look relatively useless. There's nothing special about them, kind of thing. And one pouch just appears to be a little bit bigger than the other one. Might looks like it could be holding something. And
Is that pouch moving?
well, I don't know. Currently, what would you roll? You rolled a 15, didn't you? I'd say it is. You could
Okay.
tell that it's moving a little bit.
Gotcha.
These are
You would be able to
underskirt?
tell it's moving.
No?
Oh, well, I mean, do you have dark
That's what I was
vision,
thinking.
just out of curiosity?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
The
All
DM
right.
says no.
The DM
Well,
said
You
no.
would see the pouch, but the pouch wouldn't be moving.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, with
Oh, okay.
that,
I get it.
I'm just going to make mental note that you have some possible trinkets of interest of mine. Do I see any other thing valuable on the rest of the party?
Make them do the same thing you did to me. Roll against him, guys. Everybody roll against them, and if you've got a higher roll, you don't
DM,
see much. And
how
if
do
he,
you want to do it, DM?
Just give me... Clark, just give me a perception check.
Perception check? Absolutely.
Oh, what did we roll? Just a D20?
Let me see what he gets here real quick, and then...
Crit fail.
crit fail.
So, but I have a passive of 14.
With your one, not a lot that you can see. A lot of jumbled shit from
Makes sense.
everybody's covered in blood and from the
Vomit.
battle.
Janessa
all
threw
look
up
like
on
hell.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's vomit.
Kai threw up
Kai
on
threw up
God.
before he went down.
She
My
mostly
God.
threw up on my feet because
Contain yourself, man.
Oh, he's passed out now. He's just laying there.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the ship, not hanging over the side.
I hate to say
am
it,
I
it's
unconscious?
No, you are safely leaning. You don't have to worry about falling out.
Might have
Am I
some puke on
unconscious?
you.
I think
Uh,
you said he was
Stabilized with
stabilized
Give
at
me
the
a
bottom of the
Constitution
boat.
saving throw.
Oh boy, oh boy. That is a 19 plus 2.
Yeah, you're conscious.
Has anybody noticed that the ship's still going down? Is the first thing I say. And did anybody grab my arm? His arm, but it was mine.
No, we did not grab it.
Honestly, don't know what you're talking about.
I just sigh. And I'm going to try to attempt to get up.
Yeah, you can get up.
All right, I'm going to get up and I'm just going to try to grab a hold of the sail. and try to direct us. Like at least like are we dropping like pretty
No,
fast?
you're just kind of like
Gliding.
gliding,
Gliding,
cruising.
okay. Do we?
The sail would just give you a little bit more control and speed on where you're going.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I'm just gonna grab a hold of it and like stabilize it, and then that way, whenever we make the decision on where to go, at least we don't have to scramble or if anything happens. And I'm just gonna stand there.
Is anyone going to assist him on seeing him get up and try to do this?
I'll do it.
As they stand up, do I see anything valuable?
What kind of valuables are you looking for at that
Anything
angle?
and everything, my friend.
I'll sit on you. Don't try to steal shit from me. I'll squish your ass.
Give me a perception.
14.
14. Give me... Everybody but Kai, give me a perception check.
He's already checked me out, but okay.
No, this is for something different.
22.
And as for your 15,
18.
they would have to describe what you would. For your 14, they would have to describe what they're wearing for you to
Okay.
see. Anybody that rolled higher than his 14, however, notices him kind of eyeballing you.
The fuck you
Ooh,
doing
I
over
rolled
there?
a
Eyeballing me.
15.
Who rolled a 15 or higher?
Jared did. Billy rolled a 22.
I rolled
I
an
don't
18.
know what Szidras rolled, and then
9.
So I just rolled a 9.
so Szidras is the only one that doesn't notice.
No,
and Kai.
Just looking. Am I not allowed to look at you? You're huge. You need help with that sail.
I do, and I just kind of give you a look. Like I
I'll
just
jump
I don't say
up.
anything.
I wouldn't say it's like a super suspicious look, but it's definitely like checking out,
You just caught like a little twitch, you know. you're just like, oh,
glancing to.
okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm just gonna choose to say nothing and continue to try and steer the boat.
Okay.
Kai, how you holding up?
He's unconscious.
Not unconscious. No, is she unconscious? Is he unconscious? I didn't
Well, she
passed
said she
out.
passed
Yeah.
out.
Oh, you said she was safe, just not to fall out of the boat. I gotcha.
As they're steering, I get up and I start walking around and looking around, and I had noticed that you were checking everybody out and Vamir, and I walk up to you and I'm like, can't be much running around in just a loincloth, huh?
Yes, I need some clothing.
Well, lucky for you, I have a tailor that doesn't understand the meaning of satyrs, and I spin around gracefully, and in one large movement, I produce a pile of clothes with a perfectly wonderful tailored set of boots, and I say, they are yours.
As you spin around, it's safe to say that your skirt lifts, right?
I would say yes.
Okay, I'm going to reach up on there and try to grab that big old pouch as he's spinning.
Okay. What do we do?
Give
What
me
do I
a
do?
sleight of hand versus his perception.
Okay.
Fail, crit, fail, crit, fail, crit, fail.
I got a 9.
19.
Jeez.
You're able to take it.
Hey!
Which one did you take? The big pouch?
He probably grabbed
Yeah, I
the
took your rabbit.
Okay. Oh, this will be fun.
I was going to say great, the meaty pouch.
I'd give you those clothes. I
Thank
didn't
you.
notice that. As I start making my round around the boat, I notice that there's people who look like they're bleeding and they're injured. And I offer to everyone to start playing the Song of Rest, which will restore everybody by 1d6 as we begin to drift to the ground as part of this thing to help people feel better, uplift.
Just
So-
a flat D6.
Yeah, 1d6 for everybody. So if anybody else was injured,
Hell
make
yeah.
sure you're rolling.
I healed 1. Thank you.
Woohoo! You're welcome.
And give me
Stop the bleeding on 1 cut. Much better.
give me an athletics check. No, just give me a straight strength check trying to get the sail set up.
Jared, you said a 1d6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got 3 points of health.
4. 4.
Your weakened, bloodied state, you can't get the sail set up.
Here, I'll try it.
Yeah,
Give me a
it's
strength check.
Strength check?
Yep.
gonna be tough for a small guy like you.
Right. 19.
You're able to successfully hoist the sail. and now you can kind of control where you're flying to.
I loosened it for you.
Thanks, there, Rango.
I'm assuming you're going to try and direct it south.
Don't look at him. He's suspicious. It's the only thing that we
Yes.
saw was the river. So,
Yeah, sorry.
And it's to the south.
No, I just was like, I thought Billy was like, what I imagined myself as like a toddler at the parents' legs, like looking up to Billy, like, or looking up to Dova, just kind of standing there sailing. I'm just kind of standing there. He's like, get out of the way, nerd.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Dova's king of the ship now.
I'm going directed to the river south, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going direct south.
I point south, but in the other way. I'm joking.
Give me a dexterity check on controlling the...
Both of us.
Yeah. I guess controlling it would be kind of called the keel, I think, on a regular.
17.
That's what. Do I roll the top part? Okay.
Yeah.
23.
Jesus, you guys are successful, and you can see
We're sailors.
as the hours pass, the sun begins to rise, you can see that you've actually managed to cross the Great River. You are on the southern side of the continent, and you are heading towards a mountain range.
Are we supposed to be heading this way? Where are we going?
I just look up at Dova. Kind of look up at him.
Where was the city we were originally supposed to go to?
Where was it?
Yeah.
To the south. Like a ways to the south. I got the map in the truck. I'll bring it in when we go to break.
Okay. So basically, we're at some point between where we started and where we were originally going. is
So
where we
you
crashed.
were way over here on the left.
Right.
And then you flew up at an angle.
Right.
And then you ended up across the river. And now you're coming back down on the right side at an angle.
Okay. I'm just gonna say we're just heading to where we were, just trying to get to where we were going, bud. The city was to the south.
All right. I'm trying to head to that way.
I mean, I don't really know where else we could go.
As you guys are flying, you definitely notice you're losing altitude.
Is there anything dangerous beneath us that we're going to smack into?
Trees,
Uh-oh.
rocks,
We're getting
mountains,
lower. This mountain's
mountainsides.
trees.
You're probably
You guys better do better than this.
300 feet above it at this point.
Oh shit! Like we're falling fast.
Is there like
It was like a slow drift. You were probably around 2,000 feet in the air, and then as the night went on, you slowly came down.
And now
But
we're just-
now
it's
is
the ocean.
in daylight as the sun's starting to shine. You really notice just how close to the ground you're getting.
Is there any like soft areas we can land, like an open field or a river next to us?
Give me a perception check. Actually, give me a survival check.
I'm just daydreaming about the horse. we could've
19.
taken.
19. You do see an area that seems to be several miles off.
Yeah, it looks like the best spot to crash a ship on.
Probably 2 miles, 2.5.
All right. We'll try to make it to that way. That way we can have somewhat of a soft landing, not
Cushion it. Yeah.
gonna
I,
fuck
I
anyone.
just smack on the side of your leg and you're like, I'm in, Captain.
Both of you give me... What was the check we used before? Dexterity check.
Jesus fucking Christ. 23 again.
10.
Combined of 33. All right. The ship lurches, dropping about 50 feet. Enough to jostle everybody. Give me dexterity saving throw.
How high are we above the tree line?
225 feet.
11 for the deck save.
22.
18.
I don't know why I'm getting good rolls right now. Probably gonna fuck up in combat.
11.
I know I get a +5 to my dex, but I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, shit.
Not one. Billy or Dovakiin.
I got 22 in my dex.
Kai.
Oh, I'm rolling too.
Yeah.
I thought he was unconscious though, because he passed out from being high.
Yeah.
Oh, the lurch could have probably woken him up. Never mind.
8.
8.
8.
19.
19. So, Rango, Illias, and Kai, when the boat suddenly drops, there's a few seconds where you're kind of hanging of the lifeboat before you catch up and crash down into it.
Oh,
That lurch in your stomach when you go down the roller coaster, that's what you're feeling right now.
Oh, man.
oh.
Nice.
Not good, not good, not good,
oh,
not
shit.
good, not good, not good.
Someone's losing their lunch.
Is Kai awake? Or is
Yeah, yeah. You would have woken up at some point in time from the boat suddenly not being underneath you anymore and the midair.
Okay. Kai's gonna sit up, kind of look around. He's gonna panic. He's gonna run up and grab the sail and just yank the cord. Whatever way it goes, it goes.
Oh.
Before I can do that, I stop him like, "Don't you dare touch that! You're gonna make it worse."
All right, I'll tell you what. Each of you give me a straight D20 roll. Whoever rolls higher wins.
Probably not me.
Nat.
20.
Cause some chaos.
Almost.
Almost 8.
Yeah, 13.
Dovakiin is able to stop you just before you grab a hold of the rope. He kind of just
I'm gonna fight him.
give me a contested athletics roll.
What do I roll, or just Kai?
Both of you.
All right.
Whoever rolls highest on athletics wins.
15.
17. I got a +6 in my athletics, so.
Are you, big man?
Dovakiin is able to keep a hold of you and not rock the lifeboat too much, but everybody's kind of jostled around a little bit as you launch yourself across the boat.
Oh my god.
I've made my way to the
calm down,
front
Kai.
of the
I'm just
boat,
gonna
and
yell
I'm
to you,
watching
Kai.
the tree
We'll
line.
be on the ground soon. Calm down.
I'm
Don't
just
make
But I was
watching
in
that
the
tree
air.
line as
I
soon as
wasn't
it
on the
gets within
boat,
a
I was
certain
in the air.
distance.
Look, Rocky got +6 my athletics. I
You're-
rolled 11.
God, I hate doing math. 150 feet above the ground, you're starting to graze the top of the trees.
Everybody, I say we just get down and hang on. Like, try to get down in the side of the boat. That way nobody gets clipped off. And at this point, I'm already down on the bottom of the boat. Like, when it says lizard folk, that's just, like I said last time, just straight flat to the bottom of the boat. Just hanging on.
Is there like seats? Like,
Yeah, there'd be seats going across it.
can you go under?
There'd be enough space to set like a small box or like a book bag underneath the seats.
Is there anything under the seats?
Some of them have the rations and the healer's kit, but other than that, no.
I'm gonna
Just lie down on the boat. It's the same thing.
shove my way away from Dovakiin. I'm gonna wedge myself under there and like go in a fetal position. Now I shouldn't fly if I have this
I'm
above
going
me.
to like kneel down, but I still want to see what's going
Good
on with the
thinking.
tree lines.
Good thinking.
As you're crashing through the tree lines and you hit the branches, the sail is snapped off and goes flying through the trees. And as you hit the ground, Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw.
$22.
15.
14.
11.
18.
You all take 1 point of damage.
That's not bad.
What the fuck? Nat 20.
Nat 20, you don't take any.
Jeez, what's it like?
Oh, even at 22, I take damage? It wasn't nat, though.
So I'm
18
taking it.
before.
Were we thrown from the boat?
You were all thrown from the boat. You've landed probably within 20 feet of the boat, scattered
Okay.
variously
So
throughout.
I'm going to. Vamir is going to take a look into that pouch that he lifted off Illias. What do I see?
Looking into it, you can't see anything.
It's
It's just a black hole.
As
Can I reach my hand in there?
Sure, you can
Okay,
try.
I'm going to reach my hand in there. What do I feel?
It kind of feels like you just stuck your hand into nothing.
Okay.
As he's-
I'm going to grab and pull. Anything?
What are you thinking of when you're trying to pull it out?
Money.
Money? No, there is no money.
As he's doing this with this
Personal
bag,
items?
There is no personal items.
Okay.
Pink rubber doodle.
as
Am I
he's-
smart enough to know what's up with this bag?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
As you're doing this, Vamir,
6.
A 6. You vaguely heard of something that sounds kind of similar, like a bag of holding,
Oh,
but maybe there's just, you're not sure.
okay.
You've never actually seen one.
Well, since there's nothing I can do with this, I'm going to get up, and I'm assuming I clothed myself, right?
I would assume you did too.
And
Yeah, because you guys were falling for several hours.
so
from
I
night
am
until
going to
dawn.
find the bard and return him his bag and be like, hey, you dropped this when we hit back there.
Okay,
Wanted to
so
return it to you.
for my crash landing, when we hit, the reason I take a damage is that a tree branch cuts my arm a little bit, but I do like a dive, or I do a flip in the air and a dive roll and land down, and I actually reach beside me to make sure that that particular pouch is still on me and it's missing, and now I'm in a panic because it's missing,
Okay.
and now you're returning it to me, right?
Yes.
When we hit the ground, I'll just
You dropped this.
crash.
I reach over and I clasp your hands and I take the bag and I said, "Thank you so much for finding this for me. You have no idea how much it means to me."
What is it?
Well, I might be able to tell you someday, but I will definitely reward you handsomely when we get to a town soon.
Oh, thanks. Absolutely. Yeah, great.
And I tie it back on my waist and I grin really, really big at Vamir, and then I
grin
slap
back.
him on the back and I said, "Thank you so much."
Oh, yeah, anytime.
And now Dovakiin may go.
I crashed off the ship. I crashed into a small tree and broke it out, tore out of the ground.
Yeah, 10-foot tall projectile would. I could see that happening.
You've all come to in various places. It's safe to say you weren't actually unconscious. You just hit the ground. It hurt. And you can now see that you're somewhere in the mountains.
I'm gonna like look around and stand up. I mean, mind you, we crashed the plane, or everything pretty much went to shit, and then we spent all night like sailing, and then all this just happened, right? So
Correct.
I'm gonna like look around.
Hey, Rango, do you want me to lift you up? Maybe maybe you might be able to see above the trees.
Maybe in the morning, my friend. But I look around. And I said, I like walk over to the tree that you uprooted, and I'm gonna sit down against it, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make a small fire, and I'm gonna take a rest because I'm worn and tired.
And at 1 health. still.
Well, I rolled the heal, and it healed me one, and then
One.
it took
Now you
one
just
damage.
lost one.
Yeah, so I mean, what you can just imagine is just like be up and just done for the day. Like you can see me making a small fire, but nothing bigger than something like you would cook on. I'm just beat.
Do
Like,
any
you guys
of the
do
re-
as you wish.
Do
but
they, any of the rest of us perceive he's making a fire?
Yeah, it's easy to see.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Vamir and say, I think he may have a point here. We could use a rest, and he seems to have some skill to him.
Well, good plan. Good plan. You need help with that.
Why, sure.
What do you need me to do?
Yeah, I figure gather a little bit of wood, start a little fire, and chill out, eat some of these rations, and start our journey in the morn.
Absolutely.
I'll help gather wood,
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna gather up stuff.
and I'll look for like berries and stuff for us to eat.
So Vamir's gathering wood.
Is everyone off the dinghy?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna take all the rations and medical supplies off of it. Is it made of wood?
The boat, yes.
I'm gonna cast bonfire on it.
All right. You pull
I don't
off.
like the flying vessel.
You pull off all your rations, your healer's kit, which has 9 uses now instead of 10, and you cast Create Bonfire in the middle of the airship or the lifeboat, and it just
That happens is
Yeah.
like I hit the spark.
catches a flame,
Like I
and
finally hit the spark to start the little campfire, and I'm like, and it takes off, and then I just see a fireball go past me.
What are you doing? What if someone sees this and we attract unwanted attention? Do you not have a brain about you? As Vamir looks at Kai.
We will eat them if they come after us. Trust me.
Exactly.
Rango's kind of hungry.
Well, all I have is this knife.
And
What
I'm
the
like,
hell kind of clothes are these?
Probably a little
is
tight on
there-
you, aren't they?
Yes.
So
At least the boots fit you.
let's see here.
My sack is quite pinched.
Can I make a perception check to see if anything by chance that like we took out some kind of creature or wildlife in the area, or maybe something?
give me a investigation check.
So that is 19.
Doesn't appear to be. You just knocked out a bunch of trees. You do find some berries and some other things that are around that are edible, some nuts and berries, but no wildlife.
I'm going to look at Vamir and say, coming from my background, I do have skills to create things. We would just need a creature to hunt, perhaps. I am much too tired, but maybe tomorrow I can fashion something for you. I can make quite an array of things. You just wait and see.
Yes. Well, that is mighty nice of you. My apologies. I was lost. in
Gazing
thought
into the
there.
fire, I know.
This is insane. I was at the bottom of that ship. Where was the ship even technically headed?
To be honest, I ate quite a bit of mushrooms, and I do not remember where we were headed.
Interesting. Anyone have a bow?
Perception. And for DM, what's the air temperature?
Air temperature probably in the mountains 50 to 60 degrees.
Okay.
Summertime.
Okay.
As Vamir looks at Rango, he walks up and he holds his hands out to shake your hand and be like, "I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to be rude."
No, I shake your hand back. No, I understand, but no, if I find something, and I'm just like looking around, I could create something. What is it? It's overnight. I got it somewhere here. I'll have to find it, but I can fashion many sort of things.
Wow, well, that's an amazing gift.
And I just plop right down like the bonfire. I look at it and I'm just like, hell yeah. And then I just sit down by the little campfire.
Okay. Szidras, were you asking for a perception check, or was that for Vamir?
Yeah, for Vamir.
Oh, that
Didn't
was
see
you.
anything.
You want me to hit a perception?
I thought
Yeah.
you were just
Okay.
asking.
Yeah, I
if
wasn't
if you were
sure
just
either.
asking anybody if they had a bow for you.
Okay, so perception.
I wasn't sure
here
if you were
goes.
looking or if you were just asking.
22.
Yeah, you can see a bow on me.
Okay, but you're not offering it, right?
No.
Okay, I don't think I could steal that from you. I'd like to.
My bow's missing, but I found this really cool one over in the woods.
Right? That ain't gonna go very well.
I returned from the I returned from the forest.
Like whatever
The forest with my foray of berries and some branches to add to the fire, and I'm a little confused as that there's 2 fires and one is much more massive than the other. And then I walk up to Rango, and I just look at him and I say, "Do you need anything? Need anything to eat?" Or
No, I would just be munching on my rations.
okay, well, I'm gonna make sure that the berries are put down at near where he's at, so that people can eat and whatnot.
I'm gonna grab some.
And you did have enough rations for 10 people for 3 days, right? 3 days of rations for 10 people is what I wrote down. So you got a decent amount of rations there.
Mm-hmm.
Kai, are you feeling better?
Conveniently enough for everybody to have 5.
Kai is watching the ship burn. No,
Feeling slightly better.
slightly, but not much.
Hey, it's a start. We'll burn everything down if we have to. We can do it.
All the airships.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Some of the best shrooms come from the airships.
but they fly.
Yeah. You sure do fly.
Are you chicken?
No, chickens fly.
Oh. So, actually, chickens don't fly.
It's called falling with style.
Oh.
Still.
Calm down.
And I did not follow style. I fell very unstylishly.
And you
I
fell
just-
hard, too,
is
by
it-
the looks at it.
I look down. Am I still... Because you did throw up over in the
Yeah.
boat. Yeah, I just looked down. Are we anywhere near like...
Oh, you're
raw?
all probably covered in Kai's puke at this
Probably.
point.
Are we
This
in
is
As
blood
much as
and
he
mud?
threw up covered in blood, as much as Kai had thrown up, and then when the boat just dropped,
Yeah,
it just would have went
Yeah,
and then back
swashed
into
you
the
in it.
boat.
as I'm trying to eat, I just can't get over the smell. So I just stand up and I just start like...
Is there any water?
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to ask.
Illias, give me a survival check. You went out and looked for your berries and stuff. Let's see if you found any water.
An 18.
You did find a small stream.
Is the temperature
Probably
safe enough?
100. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like cool
Well,
water coming out of the
there's a
mountain.
small stream near here if anybody wants to go take a bath.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, agreed.
I'll go
6
with
people
you.
just go running towards the stream.
Is it nighttime? Like, is it
It is about an hour after dawn.
after dawn? So it's
Okay.
daytime.
So that means
then.
it'll get warmer.
daytime.
So
Morning.
as Vamir's
Early
walking,
morning.
as Vamir's walking to the stream, he's gonna look at Rango. Is that man your friend?
I look at you. Which man? Oh, yes. Yeah, my good friend and guildmate. Yes.
Yeah. He can't hold down his bodily fluids.
Flying is not what I would say is his strong suit.
Right. Interesting.
A guildmate through and through. Accepted me after being gone for a very long time. I've kind of much just resurfaced.
Trustworthy then?
Oh, yes. With my life.
That's a quick
Guild-
decision.
Guild.
No.
Well,
Man.
it's the guild, man. I would say that because I would say, like, you know, I've been in the woods for a long time. So back when, you know, it's just like they talk about, back in the old days. So, like, back in the old days, man, when it was a guild, brother, like, you would die for your guild type thing. So that's kind of the mentality
makes
I have
sense.
for the guild is, like, I would lay down arms. So that's pretty much the mentality I have about it.
All right.
Not what I would call maybe not dumb, but maybe just a little naive of people's intentions after being absent for a very long time.
Alrighty.
Are we at the stream yet?
Yeah, you guys are
Okay.
able to get there, have this conversation on your way, get cleaned up,
I'm like, oh,
I
what
feel
did
so
you
much
eat?
better.
It's over everything.
Even the clothes that I was just given.
As I'm wringing everything out, I have a net that I just kind of have on my side, and I'm gonna nudge Vamir, and I'm just gonna toss him the net and say, "Here, I have quite a few magic tricks up my sleeve. Not much use for a net these days. Maybe it should serve you well to trap somebody and get them in close for your dagger."
Oh, well, thank you.
So, Vamir, Rango, and Szidras, all three of you, when you were still in the sky, noticed it's probably about a 2-day hike, but there was a village in the mountains.
So you say the three of us did see that?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna as we're just like all the casual conversations going on. I'm just gonna kind of casually just now bring up, "Oh yeah, we did see a city. I mean, it was right there in the mountain. I mean, I guess we could check it out." Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah.
That sounds
for
amazing.
me.
I say as I wring out the last bit of water in my skirt and fluff everything out to make it as best as we can.
Oh, I'm hightailing out of there, back to the campfire. I get washed off.
Oh,
I'm good. I'm
are we back
gone.
at the campfire at this point?
Well, I am. I definitely. We had our conversation and I dipped.
Well, wait a minute, but I thought... Okay, I'm following.
I'm following them too because I'm a scaredy butt and I need protection.
Yeah. But no, I'm just gonna go back to the fire, and I think I'm just gonna cash in for the morning.
Okay. Taking your long rest.
I am
Everybody
Yes.
taking their long rest.
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
needed, dude.
Yeah.
So we'll say 9:03. You wake up, it's about 5 p.m. You're 8 hours.
How did everybody sleep?
Not as comfortable as I would if I was on a soft feather bed.
Oh, we could all hope for things as such.
Oh shit, is it raining? Yeah. Alright, let's take a quick break. And we are back. As you guys are waking up from your long rest, it is about 5 p.m. You are all rested, restored, cleaned up from your bath before their rest.
I shudder a little bit from that.
And you probably got four or 5 hours before darkness sets in.
I'm going to look at you, Dova, and I'm going to say, lift me up again like yesterday.
Okay. I lower my hand down so Rango can step on my hand. I lift him up so he can get his bearings above the trees.
So your trees are probably about anywhere, pine trees being 20 to 30 feet tall. So you could scale a tree probably fairly easy,
Okay.
but lifting yourself up, you're not going to be able to see above the tree
Well,
line.
Leave that to me, guys. I'll scout this tree. And I'm going to go... Vamir's going to go to the nearest pine tree and start to climb up to the top.
Give me an acrobatics check climbing up the tree.
I tried.
That only makes sense. I did roll for that before knowing.
14.
I rolled a 1.
It's fairly easy. There's a few handholds. You probably put your hands in a few places where there's sap from the tree,
Okay.
but you're able to climb up.
As I look out amongst and spin around on the treetops, what do I see? Do I get a general direction at which we need to travel?
You can see the village appears to be to the southeast from smoke trails that you can see horizon.
Okay.
And then looking around, you don't see much else than that.
Okay, so where in correlation is this to the river that we came across?
The river would be the north.
The north. So it's in the opposite direction, southeast, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go back down the tree, and I'm going to let everyone know that we have a town nearby, southeast of here. If we head straight, I believe we'll hit right into it.
Right, sounds good to me.
Yeah, me as well.
Get to civilization.
Do you think we can make it before dusk?
Maybe. Well, it'll be pushing it.
Quick question: is the fire still going on, or is it dead?
It would just be some like hot embers.
Okay.
It would have burned down.
I'd say maybe we can create a torch, take with us if it does get dark.
No need for that. I have cantrips that I can use to make small flames to illuminate the area around us.
She did create a bonfire.
Remember, we are in a pine forest
sorry.
here, and any flames out of the ordinary could catch fire, and we would find ourselves in a rather large mess. So,
Yeah,
I suggest we
I'll make
be
them
careful
globes
with
then.
our flames.
and
I'll make them globes.
I'm going to reach down and try to feel the ground. Does the ground feel moist or does it feel dry?
Give me.
That's a loaded question.
Give me a
Wow, that's
survival
loaded.
check. Okay.
When he started that, I was like, where are we feeling down at? Like,
16.
It feels like it hasn't rained in maybe a week.
I'm going to say that it hasn't rained in at least a week, but I'm unsure. So keep your flames controlled, Illias, as we move to the town.
And one thing I will say, these village folk, they can be. Let's just not go in guns blazing. You know what happens in local little villages like this. There is no law per se. It is all the people. So let's just keep that in mind.
No fuck ups. Got it.
Well, not necessarily that. There's time for shenanigans, but
Not now.
Not
now we
now.
must find weapons, armor. Well, at least me anyway. And,
You got shit. You got
you
a
know,
fucking dagger.
Watch your mouth, big man. I'll take this dagger and I'll shove it so far up your ass crack, you'll be able to feel it tickling your lungs.
Yeah, if you can reach up there, little man.
Keep pushing it.
I'll step on your ass.
I'm gonna say to the village away, and I'm gonna look over at Kai and say, "You ready? What are you doing over there?" You too, Szidras. I look at you too.
Betting
as
on
well.
placing bets on the little man or the big man.
What?
Szidras, this is quite the walk. Would you like to walk on my shoulder, or sit on my shoulders, or maybe Dovakiin? Maybe you can pick him up and carry him.
You want to ride, little man?
I say no, I'm good. But give me a charisma check. See if you can understand me.
Make a charisma save, or just check.
Just a check.
I rolled a nat 20.
18.
11
Oh, that was at disadvantage as well.
for
If
us.
we're doing common. Yeah.
What do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Draconic, Sylvian.
And would you have said that in Draconic?
22.
I don't know who all speaks Draconic.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said it in Common.
Oh, you said it in common, but I'm confused to why we wouldn't be able to hear you.
I'm not very good at Common.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Kind of like some broken common.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20 and a. Where's the nat?
That's interesting.
That is
And a
interesting.
15.
I rolled a 18 and a 16.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 7, but I do speak Sylvan.
Well, he said it in common, so,
I know.
you know. Dovakiin, I'm not sure what he said. Pick him up and take him on. I'm sure he won't mind.
I'm sure he can walk.
No, he's tiny. It will save time.
I'll let him decide. If you don't want it to,
He
that's
said
it.
he was fine.
Just-
I'm
well,
simply saying that he said, yes, pick me up.
I ain't gonna force him up there.
He said he was fine.
Okay.
Oh, you could understand him.
sort
I
of.
believe so. 22.
So
Yeah.
so Kai could understand him, and Rango, very well, I suppose. Don't fall behind, and if you need help, Szidras, please ask.
I'm just gonna give you like thumbs up. Like,
No, I just nod.
fair
And
enough.
I'm going to
I would
nod.
expect that.
All
Alright,
right.
And I'm
so-
going to give you a wink.
I'll have to remember that.
So,
I'll probably.
so it's basically because of my low charisma. So it's the way I take it is anything besides Draconic is at disadvantage.
You are so smart.
Damn. Once
You know,
again,
it's out of the
outsmarted.
game, so don't use that.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where if we have it, we could attempt it, but you are dragon-ish.
He's.
Tiny dragon.
It is. People often underestimate size. Some of the smallest creatures pack the most powerful punches.
Did you say you speak Celestial?
Yep.
Okay. Me and you can understand that together then,
Yeah, but I wouldn't know.
right?
Right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how that starts coming out.
Yeah, I got common and giant.
Giant language is just big pictures.
All right, so let's get a marching order. Who's leading? Who's in the middle, and who's pulling up?
I will lead.
Rango, allow me. I'm quicker, I'm lighter on my feet, and I'll get up front and scout ahead to make sure we don't run into any trouble. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with this area. Are you?
Oh, no. I just every woods is my home, so to speak.
Well, that is amazing. Do you have any special abilities with the animals?
I can talk to them.
What?
Yes. A lot of people think I can't talk to them, but I can.
Well, I believe you. That is amazing. Sometime you will have to demonstrate this amazing feat.
Most certainly.
All right, I'll take point.
Okay, I will, and I just wait for anybody else to say something.
I'll bring him to the rear.
I'm gonna take the center.
Makes sense for you. Illias, stay safe.
You have dark vision.
I do. Yes.
I do not.
It's because you're a stupid Goliath. That's why.
I'll squish your ass, you fucking cocksucker.
Okay, who's going to be behind Vamir?
I believe Rango.
Yeah, I'll be right behind him.
You have dark vision?
I do not believe so. I was looking for that. I don't believe so. It'd be under features and traits, wouldn't it?
That's on the stats. Should be bottom of.
Yeah, it would be listed there.
That is a big no.
Okay, Illias, you said you're in the middle.
And I'll be behind Illias.
Where are you, Kai?
I'll be by Szidras.
Okay.
And I do have dark vision,
I do not.
as in stupid range. So
Yeah, it's like, what, 120 feet?
300.
300. Damn.
I know it's above 200.
Okay, you can see
Actually, he
everything.
makes a good middle guy. He can see everyone around him.
Maybe you should be
Illias, do you have dark vision?
I do not.
So I might take that at disadvantage because I'm in the middle. If we do see anything. That is, directly in front of us, but maybe the sides.
Yeah.
Alright. Vamir, give me a survival check as you're leading the pack in the daylight into the mountains towards
50.
the village. You were on track,
Great.
making fairly good pace. There's not a trail, but it's not very thick either. Not a lot of brush, not a lot of fallen trees or nothing like that.
I'm gonna keep my eye out for any kind of game or any kind of just dead animal along the way. Any kind of dead creature, I guess. Anything I could use.
Get hungry, Rango.
I'm going to look back at Rango. I'm going to look at him and I'm going to give him the nod and I'm going to say, we're on track, Rango. Keep following me.
If you see anything up there, my friend, let me know.
Will do. We're going to push on and to get closer to the village.
Okay. Push on for several more hours. Dark has set in. Give me another survival check.
Okay. Do not fail me now, D20. It is a manual roll. Another 15.
Don't rock the boat.
You are definitely still heading southeast. You were able to use what stars that you can see in the night sky.
I am quite the navigator, I am.
Dovakiin and Szidras, give me perception checks. Dovakiin, yours would be disadvantage.
I take a lesser 2 rolls, right?
Yep. Illias, are you casting?
I don't have anything to cast outside of the idea. I'm sticking close to Szidras and Kai.
You're not going to use dancing lights.
Oh, yes, I do. I have the cantrip Dancing Lights, 4 globes. Since I've been warned not to use the flames, they are globes, are surrounding me, each within like a few feet distance. I can send them out if necessary if we need to see further ahead.
Okay. I'd say maybe if you guys are walking in a line, maybe you've got all 4 kind of over your line.
Yes.
So they
Sounds
provide each
About
spear
how far ahead is
provides.
Vamir? Vamir is
I would
our
be
point,
a
so-
good 30 feet ahead of you guys.
I'd say the first one would be kind of like right behind Rango, so that he can see. And
So
then the next
each
one would
spear would cast 10 feet of dim light.
be correct.
Or you would be able to see dim light
You
around
know how to
you.
keep a lizard entertained.
And I would fall
Bugs.
back in order to relay messages.
Okay, so that makes sense. And then I'm like literally right next to Szidras, so we would have 1 sphere over us, and then 1 for if Kai's not with us, you would have 1, and then of course 1 with Dovakiin.
So really, honestly, with Vamir, technically, if the light, he would just be out of the light, but kind of in it.
Yeah,
every
and
time.
that makes
that'd be perfect for
that
a
way,
scout too.
yes.
so that
Yes.
Rango can,
Yeah, you call
still
out, I
see.
can prepare.
yeah.
Okay. What did you guys get for your perception checks?
All of us.
23.
Just
Oh, sorry.
I got,
Dalton and
I got 16.
16. You can't see it, but you can hear something within 100 yards behind you, within 100 feet. Sorry.
What does it sound like?
It just sounds like something
It's following us?
not huge, but something on a bit of a larger size, kind of stalking through the.
All right, I'm
Woods.
gonna get my maul out, like in case something happens. Be ready.
And Szidras, you can see kind of a big black form of almost like a bear or bear type creature. As you're pushing on, give me an investigation check, Vamir.
Okay. Investigation. 13.
So you're coming up on the start of a game trail, and it appears that this game trail, you can got 60 feet of dark vision.
Yes.
Seems like it runs almost parallel on where you were walking, but it starts to incline. About 45, 50 feet away, you notice it starts to get a steeper incline.
I'm going to stop. I'm going to look back at Rango. Rango, I'm seeing a game trail, and it's near us, and we're going up an incline. I believe it will be best for us to make camp and get our bearings in the morning.
That sounds like a fine plan to me. Shall we make camp where you are, or are you coming to us?
I'll fall back to you.
And I just.
I hear something too.
What do you mean you hear something?
There's something following us.
How long has it been following us?
Not that long.
How long's not that long?
20 minutes, maybe.
A half a.
Does
Did you not? And I just shake my head and I like smack your knee and I'm like, "What are you thinking?" What?
In case it started attacking.
You didn't really notice it until it got within 100 feet, and it's probably been
Does-
within the
does
last
anyone
20
have-
minutes that you...
Still though, 20 minutes.
Does anyone have a shield?
I do not.
Anyone have another? Give me a sword. Give me something.
You can have my other dagger.
Thank you. And I'm going to walk to the back, and I'm going to take this dagger, pound it together, and scream in a deep "Ha! Ha!" scary type voice.
Give me a performance check.
I don't think it would work.
You never know. 15.
Okay. So you guys are setting up a camp?
Yeah, and
Yes.
as we're setting up the camp, I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to like look at the trail that we walked in, and I have a hunting trap. So I'm going to like let everybody know, like, hey, I'm going to put a hunting trap down the trail that we came in, like a little farther back, the trail we was walking. And then I'm also going to use the cantrip Mold Earth. And I don't think Mold Earth, like making the ground difficult terrain, would it alter the trap at all? Or do you think it would make it hide it better? Or would it work in the snare's favor or the trap's favor, being difficult terrain? Because, you know what I mean? They'd already be at disadvantage walking across it and then walking into a trap. I just don't know how that would work.
So difficult terrain slows your movement. So I would say they would probably be walking across it slower, which would mean they might have a higher chance of stepping into the trap.
They might have a higher chance of stepping into the trap.
Potentially.
Okay.
You're going to use it?
So, yeah, I'm going to let everybody know. I'm going to set up the trap, and I'm going to use the cantrip Mold Earth. And we're kind of like, just kind of make it look like there's some rocks kind of like laying over the trap, you know. So, I mean, it's not going to be like completely hidden. I don't think you know. I'm just going to try and hide it as good as I can.
Okay.
Without, damaging or the integrity of the trap.
And because of me hearing something within the last 500 feet when it got close, I'd suggest we at least have one person on guard.
I can stay awake. I love watching things fall into my traps. I love it. Yeah?
Okay. So
I'll
you
take
can.
first shift.
Okay. Everybody's laying down to take.
I would be at a meditative state, but I would be awake for they're taking a long rest.
Right.
I would be awake for half of that.
You are awake when Rango first stays up.
Okay, so Rango, you're taking first watch.
I am.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll meditate until he's ready to go to sleep.
And if I fall asleep, wake me up.
Yes, I will try.
Did we start a fire or anything, or are we just kind of...
I don't know. Did you?
Nobody
Nobody said anything.
If something,
Yeah, that's what I'm
nobody
asking.
started a fire, I
Someone
suggest
told
we
us
keep
not
it
to
that
use
way.
fires.
Yeah, I suggest we keep. Look, we've already drawn enough attention to us with the light all evening. I say we snuff the fire and sleep in silence and in the dark.
Okay, I snap my fingers, and I go over to a tree with some lower branches, and I begin making my way up into the tree and find a comfortable branch in which to sleep on.
Okay.
Watch out for the tree monsters. And I chuckle.
Yes, they enjoy goat. They're usually hide up in the trees.
Is that what that man is? This whole time I've been trying to... A goat. I should have known better.
Yeah,
I
half
just kinda
goat,
shake
half
my
man.
head.
He's a satyr.
Very uncommon in days of old.
Give
For
me
me.
your
I can't say I've seen
perception check for your watch.
Oh. Nat 20.
That is perfect.
You can hear something about 50 feet away, and it seems to be shuffling through the woods.
Is it coming towards me? Can I tell if it's coming
You
towards
can
me?
hear it sniffing,
Oh.
but it doesn't seem to get any closer than that.
I'm going to just kind of like when you're trying to call a cat. Just like I'm going to stand in line with the trap, and I'm going to be like, come. And just kind of like, tss, tss, tss. And just like, but completely as silent as I can, just completely still. I'm going to be like, I don't know, 20 feet behind this trap and just kind of waiting, lying in wait like a good lizard.
As you try to call whatever it is, you can hear it kind of shuffle through, coming quite a ways down the path before it stops again, and it kind of...
Is it going the other way? Or is it
No,
going
it was
towards us?
heading towards you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to, as I notice that, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to like kind of shake Kai and say, shh, shh, I point and just like whisper, like I hear something, and just try to like tap everybody. I don't want any of you to miss this. It is going to look awesome. Shh, there's definitely something coming towards us, but my trap. It'll get it, I swear. Let's just watch.
So what kind of trap did you set specifically? Let me ask that.
It is a hunting trap. If you use your action to set it, this trap forms a sawtooth steel ring that snaps shut when a creature steps onto the pressure plate in the center. The trap is affixed by a heavy chain to an immobile object such as a tree or a spike driven into the ground. Creature that steps onto the plate must succeed a DC 13 Dex saving throw or take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving.
So what Rocky essentially said was a bear trap.
Bear trap.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, when I was talking, I have the snare spell, but in my mind, I thought the trap was more like a snare, but I think it's something else I have. But it's a bear trap, which I didn't realize. So I was about reading half, and I was like, man, that sounds like a bear trap. So yeah, essentially a bear trap and some rocks, and yeah, I just whispered at everybody that they're not going to miss this.
As you're kind of waking everybody up, you can hear the as it moves closer, and then you hear slight, and it comes closer. Shit, you don't have dark vision, do you?
No, I do not. I'm just waiting. I'm just listening.
Who
Very
is
intently.
watching that has dark vision?
So if I was pulled out of my meditative state, I would end up be watching, and I assume I would be close up to the trap.
Szidras?
Yeah, I'm watching as well.
Okay, you both can see the lumbering form of a bear
Oh shit!
walking down the path.
Hey, Vamir, what do you see? What is it?
I'm gonna walk towards it again with the two blades because I never give the one blade back, and I'm gonna start smacking it. And I'm gonna be like, go on, get.
I'd say the bear is probably about 20 feet from the trap. You're probably... How close would you say? 10, 15 feet from the trap?
Yeah, 10, 15 feet from the trap. I would probably keep the trap in front of me so that if the bear is rabid,
Good
it
thinking.
might hit it. But if it's not rabid and it's just wandering in to see what kind of food we have and it's harmless, it'll run away without incident.
And poor Rango's going to watch this meal run away, ain't he?
So he just yelled at you, just like clanged your daggers together, just kind of like doing whatever.
Yeah, to
Yes,
try to
to
get
the
him
bear.
to turn.
I'm just gonna say don't worry, guys. I forgot I could talk to bears. Say, hey, are you hungry?
Are you guys shouting this enough?
As
I said it about as loud as I just did.
Okay. I jerk slightly
as you're
away
watching,
from my
you can
perch in
see
a
as
tree.
you're banging and Rango starts yelling. Vamir and Szidras, you can see the bear stand up on its hind legs,
Shit.
and it's probably standing about 7 feet tall.
Oh, well, big boy. You really want to come into this camp and die? Clang, 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 clang. Get out of here.
Vamir, why are you clanging your daggers? What is going on?
That's okay, Dovakiin. You're too stupid to understand. Big
You
man.
hear-
I'm going to hear and walk my ass over there and beat your ass.
I dare you to walk over here, actually. Come on. Here, boy.
I'm not a fucking animal.
Come on. That's a good giant.
The
Goliath. Come
You
on.
racist prick.
you hear the bear, and then it seems to be moving away.
Say,
That's right. Get the hell out of here.
yeah. Well, I totally didn't want to see you in that trap. Go on, go on. Whatever. Then I like kick rocks. I'm like, whatever. Dude. Man, what a fight that would have been, though.
Well, there's no need. It's probably got cubs somewhere.
Well, not I'm saying I wanted to fight it. I'm just saying if it would have came to the situation of fighting it,
right?
it would have been a fight.
And you scared Rango's meal away.
What?
Oh, we have rations.
Yeah, eat the rations.
Yeah.
You are each able to take the rest of your long rest in turn. Each watch passing peacefully,
Yeah.
with dawn coming the next morning.
As I wake up, I'm gonna walk over to the trap, just toss a rock on it and watch it snap. Be like, still works, and then just pack it up on my side.
Easy enough.
Rango.
Yes.
Well, for a man that's grown up in the woods and is supposed to be one for nature, a trap is quite a barbaric method in taking down an animal, don't you think?
I did give you my net, did I not?
That you did. Do you need it back?
No, I was just saying primarily I would use a snare or a net, but I do... What you must understand is to be one with nature is sometimes you are forced to be part of the food chain.
Truth.
So surviving is just what I am akin to, whether it be if I have to or not.
That makes sense. Good talk.
I wish you would have thrown the net on the bear. Then we could have rode it.
That would have been epic.
I know he couldn't.
Why didn't you speak to him?
I did. I asked him if he was hungry.
Oh no, you told him to leave. I get it now.
Yeah.
That trap was never meant for food. That was meant for like a beastie or something of the sort, huh?
Well, I didn't want to spoil the surprise that he was my friend.
Oh.
He was never going to eat us.
Well, that's cool.
Personal win for Rango. He's like, see, I knew I could talk to animals. I knew I could.
I jump down from the trees and join the others, and I sleepily look around and yawn a little bit and say, what was all that commotion about last night?
We were just voting on whether or not to toss you down to the bear for entertainment.
The bear? There was a bear here?
Shortly for a small amount. I'm just kidding.
And a lion and a tiger.
There was a bear.
Yes,
There was.
I spoke to him and I told him to go away, and he listened.
He listened. This man can speak to animals.
I can.
That makes for a wonderful story. When we get to the village...
No, hey, you use my stories. I expect a small amount of payment. Maybe not in gold, but something.
Well, I would love for you to be in the story.
Do you carry much gold with you, Illias?
Not really.
Oh.
I always perform for the airships, and typically I stay with them. Speaking of which, do you still have that dagger from yesterday?
I absolutely do. Here, take it back.
Honestly, I think you might find more use for it than I
Thank
will.
you.
So you can hang on to it for a while longer. I stretch and yawn and do my thing. Where's Szidras? I'm ready to go. I say, scratching the back of my head.
I slide down a different tree and then walk over towards everyone.
I figured you liked being underground more than up high. Interesting. I pegged you wrong, friend.
And when I slid down, I knocked off a chunk of bark from the tree. I pick it up and begin chewing on it.
Oh. Interesting.
As soon as you do that, I'm going to run over and grab a piece of bark off of the tree and say, do you think this is anything like some of the mushrooms that I may have found in the last land we were at? And as I'm say that, I just start gnawing on the bark.
I don't know. Oh my.
I have to find something.
Well, tree bark is, I guess we are in a dire situation.
You never know. You know, I always thought people were crazy till I found out.
Right? That they actually are crazy.
Well, maybe.
So I just took this one because I had some sap in it.
Do we have to roll a charisma to understand you?
Oh, he can now.
I got a 20.
At disadvantage.
Aw.
I just got a nat 20.
Very,
I got 2 20s in a row.
I got a nat 20
very broken.
and a 14,
Common.
13.
Do you speak any other language, friend? Because, frankly, your common is shit.
It's kind of sweet. It's sweet, but it's kind of like honey. As I'm chewing on the bark.
Don't make fun of him, Vamir.
Is that a maple tree?
Well, I guess it could be.
It's a pine tree.
Oh, yeah, it's a pine
Oh.
tree. Shit.
I love pine trees. I should have known better. Kai, you want to try some? I just offer some bark to you.
I have these rations, thank you.
Very suit yourself. These are quite sweet.
I'll take your word for it.
Oddly enough, you do find the sap helps clean some of the shit that's stuck in your teeth.
It's like a piece
Real
of
sticky.
it's like a piece of gum that you chew for a minute and then spit out because it's done collected everything.
So you guys are gonna line up in the same marching order as the day before.
Yep.
Does anyone find the kobold kind of rude? I asked him a question and he ignored me.
I just don't think he can get out.
Maybe he just didn't understand you.
Yeah, I
Gives
believe
me
that.
an idea.
I believe that it's of an understanding. Maybe if we could understand him a little better, we
What?
would.
I wonder if this man, or this little lizard, would understand a foreign language. I must ponder this as I take point and head off.
So following up the path from yesterday, you do see it comes up to almost like a mountainside, and it starts as it goes up. The grade gets much steeper, and you guys are gonna have to try and either find a way around or try to climb this mountain.
I say we climb. What else is there to do except go?
Taking a look at the fellow members in our party, I think we should go around. It will take more time. However, it won't put anyone at unnecessary risk.
I'm gonna look at Szidras and just give him a thumbs up. Point at the wall and give him a thumbs up and just kind of shrug. Like, what do you think? Not expecting an answer, just expecting like a yay or nay type thing.
I'm gonna run up to the wall and try climbing it.
I think we have
try
your answer,
climbing it.
friend.
You can make it up a good ways. The animal trail goes up at an angle and around. It's about 200 feet up where you would reach a point where you would have to start trying to climb it.
I'm gonna look at Vamir and say, it does remind me of a story from quite long ago.
Oh yes, please indulge me.
The one of one large man, the Goliath, and one smaller man. And you tell me how you think the story goes. The small man.
Gets smashed by the bigger man?
He won the fight. Do you know why? Just because a man is small does not mean his mind is. And I take off towards the wall.
Well, it's up to everyone else. Do you think you can get over the wall?
We're not
The mountain?
While
Pass?
they're having this conversation, Kai and Dovakiin, give me a perception check.
$19.
Yeah, 20 for 23.
As you guys are making your way and Vamir and Rango are having their conversation, you're looking around. You can see what looks to be another crashed lifeboat off in the distance, maybe 100 feet to the right of your trail.
I'm going to go head towards the other craft lifeboat. We'll see if there's any supplies in there.
I don't think you've seen it.
It was both of them.
Was it both of them?
How far is the party members from us currently?
You guys are walking in your group, so you're probably all within 10, 15 feet of each other. Vamir's a little farther ahead.
I think Illias and Szidras are closest to me.
Yeah.
Was.
You three are in the middle with Dovakiin on the end, and then Rango in front of everybody, and then Vamir's in front of everybody else.
Sid ran up the wall already.
Szidras tried to run up the wall.
Well, I'll tell Illias. Be like,
Well, this happens on your guys' way to the
Okay.
wall.
Oh,
It's like the trail where you could see the wall is like 200 feet up. And then as you guys are walking up the trail, this is like 100 feet off to the right.
okay. Okay. Were you saying something, Kai?
There's another one of those blasted lifeboats over there that fly.
I say we burn it.
I think we should burn it too.
No, I'm going to go check supplies. Don't burn it yet.
But we can take the supplies out, then burn it.
Well, yeah.
I
Or-
put my hand up to my face and began scratching at my goatee, and I say, I wonder how a lifeboat got this far this way.
My God, you all are sick. What about survivors? Jeez.
No,
As I hear them
in it.
arguing, I'm gonna head that way looking for survivors.
I was already heading that way.
You all seem very cold-hearted. Maybe somebody, a friend, survived that crash.
Let
Friends.
the man in the you only had one friend on that airship aside from us, and unfortunately, he met his fate.
Well, you never know. Maybe they're your friends. I'm sure you had to meet somebody in that damned boat.
No?
I don't remember honestly. A little hazy for me, but you never know what could be on a crash rescue ship. There might be something to eat, a little more fresh than these rations that everybody keeps talking about.
If somebody gives me a bow, I will find you something to eat, Rango.
I had dinner last night.
Making your way up, you can see this ship or this lifeboat is in much worse condition than what yours was. Half of the front half is entirely destroyed and gone. There's 3 or 4 bodies laying strewn about where the back half is landed.
Oh.
What kind of condition are these bodies in?
A very mangled.
Hey,
Like
Rango,
rash
got some
mangled
food
or
for ya.
someone ate 'em?
Are there
Like just from the crash.
are there any items of interest on their bodies?
Give me an investigation check.
Are there any supplies in the boat?
11.
You can find. Give me an investigation check. With an 11, you can find
14.
a bow, a short bow that has a crack in it. You draw back on it, and it seems like it'll hold up. 10 arrows, a pouch containing 15 silver coins, 2 gold coins, and 22 copper coins.
Okay, you'll have to hang on. Let me get my money up here.
I got a 14.
14.
Okay, so say that again.
So that was a cracked short bow, 10
Okay.
arrows,
Okay.
15 silver coins,
Okay.
2 gold coins,
Okay.
and 22 copper coins.
Sweet.
Would I recognize any of these people?
Give me a history check. Billy, with your 14, you find a pouch containing 2 gold coins, 8 silver coins, and 30 copper coins. You also find 3 rations.
How many silver and copper?
8 silver, 30 copper.
I'm gonna look at Szidras.
And how many rations?
3.
I look at Szidras and point to one of the mangled arms and point to my mouth and shrug. And point to him you gonna eat that?
I'll just shrug back.
This is slightly disgusting.
I was just. You want to understand the man. I don't see you trying. I just, maybe you want to know if your friend would eat. I would eat him. Does it make me a bad person? Maybe, but I would never eat.
Suppose never let organic material go to waste, huh?
I mean, trust me. If a comrade would go down in battle, I would take great valor only upon their wish to feast upon them on the next evening or that evening.
Please never eat me.
Fair enough. I would never indulge on such a thing that somebody wouldn't, commit to.
I'm going to find you a deer, Rango. I'm going to find you a deer.
I rolled a 20, nat 20.
For your history, you do recognize a few of them from shaking hands after
So they were
concert. I
just
forget how many
passengers.
bodies I said were laying there.
You
like
said 3 or
4 or
4.
5, 4. We'll say 4.
I'm going to go ahead and make my way off to try to find him some food.
Okay.
I'm going to play a small requiem for these folks on my pan flute.
Okay.
Just something slow and somber and kind of low.
Give me a performance check. Give me a survival check, Vamir, for your tracking.
Survival check.
18 on the performance.
You just hate to see it.
It almost brings a tear to everybody's eye that's standing there to hear it. Just real low, mournful
Mm-hmm.
16.
flute solo.
just so beautiful. I don't know why.
Yep.
He says as he eyeballs an eye, an
You do
arm and licks his lips.
Some smaller game tracks or sign like rabbit or squirrel,
Okay.
and you can see some squirrels in the trees.
All right, now I'm going to take my short bow, and I'm going to carefully draw this thing back to not risk damage, any further damage. And I'm going to knock an arrow and attempt to shoot this squirrel from the tree.
Okay, so what I'm going to say for this is if you roll 1, 2, or 3, the bow has the potential of breaking.
Okay. All right, so you ready?
Yep.
Here she goes. I knock my arrow and I draw back my bow, and I release this arrow at this squirrel. For a 21 to hit.
You are able to hit the squirrel and you pin it to the tree, probably about 15 feet up.
And these are pine trees, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to scale this tree and get this squirrel.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. 11.
11. You're able to climb up the tree, recover your arrow, recover the squirrel, and you see a couple more.
Okay.
Kind
I'm
of
just.
off in the distance.
I'm not going to push my luck. I'm going to go ahead and drop because Vamir doesn't believe in taking more than he can use. And I head back to the party and I toss this dead squirrel to Rango. Here, buddy. Just freshly killed.
Yeah, and I'm going to look at it and say, oh, what you
That
doing?
was my friend.
What you doing? No, not him. No, I'm just kidding.
Not
No,
Bob.
I'm just going to look at it and just be like, okay, what time of the day is it? I forget, I'm sorry.
You guys had just it was an hour. It was about dawn when you had woke up. You'd walked a couple hundred feet, so it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I'm going to look at Vamir and just say, you wait, my friend, and this is not for eating, but it will benefit you at tomorrow. And I'm going to just kind of like, I guess, field dress a squirrel and just kind of...
Easy enough to do.
Yeah, just kind of store it with me and just carry it throughout the day.
I'm just going to look at him puzzled. Shake my head. Well, cool. Okay.
Trust me, friend, I even though I would hate eating these rations, it will be worth waiting for. What I assume, like, anytime I think of rations, like, I always just think of like dry noodles, like dry
for
like
sure,
ramen,
nasty.
like that. That's what I think
Biscuits.
of. Yeah, just like dry ass
jerky,
food,
dried out nuts.
So have you
berries.
feasted on these humans yet?
Basically trail mix.
I don't. You know what? I don't know.
Do I notice if anything's been eaten off these humans at this point? Like after I toss.
Oh, while we're standing there. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay,
I didn't
cool.
partake. No. Boy, I sure looked at it like I would.
How many bodies is there?
4.
We don't recognize them.
Illias
recognize them as
recognized a
passengers
couple
on
of them
on the
from passengers he had shaken hands with after his performances.
How close are they to the crashed ship?
I'd say all 4 bodies are within 20 feet.
Well, I'll start dragging them over, putting them in the ship.
Okay. Easy enough to do.
I was going to offer to bury them, but I guess cremation works just as well.
I take it you knew them, Illias, right? I heard you playing some sort of ceremonial music on your instrument.
I look up from playing the flute and look back at you, a small tear rolling down my eye. I always take it, I knew them well enough to know that they were good people.
He didn't deserve that shit.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm going to embrace him and give him a hug.
Well, the best we can do is give them a somewhat proper send-off. We can cremate them and have a small ceremony and then bid ourselves away. We can burn them and then go.
Of course.
At least if
I would
they're
agree.
cremated, they won't be dug back up by
That
animals.
is true. That is true. And they do say, I have heard stories as well. There are a lot of things I do hear in the woods. The animals tell me many things, but they always say you should burn the remains, because if somebody's cursed or attached to something, you burn the remains, you'll never have that problem. So
Oh, sweet.
And you see Szidras nod.
he gets it. I look at Vamir and I say, see? See?
It looks that way.
Okay, so we put these bodies onto the remains of the boat, and
Yeah. Once everyone's far enough away, I'm gonna create bonfire at it.
The wood starts to take very quickly and starts burning. You pile some other branches, and there's plenty of broken trees and limbs are laying around. You pile some of that on for the bodies, and you guys can have your moment of silence for these unknown passengers from the crash.
And I'm just going to... all right. So, now that we had should we... All right, let's just go.
Should we eat dinner now that it's done?
I'm not gonna lie, that's in the back of my mind. But the first thing that comes to mind is if we just leave this bonfire, is it gonna burn anything else down?
It'll be alright.
Or
They won't know it's us.
this is what I'll do. I will. How big is this? So, could I use mold earth? I guess in somewhat of to just take out some of the dirt. That way, if the fire started to spread, it wouldn't. I guess is my question.
So you want to
Make a dirt
dig
line.
it so that it sinks down in, or you want to dig it so things are cleared out around it?
Yeah, just imagine just digging a ring around a fire.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough to
Okay.
do with mortar.
So you just see that happen, and then I'm like, all right, I do feel a bit better about that. Just that way, it's not like a raging fire that could catch the whole forest on fire. But if it burns a few trees down, at least we didn't burn the whole thing down. I guess is what I'm getting at.
We'll come back months later and it's just all gone.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
The local village just eats us because we burned their entire
Yeah.
ecosystem down.
Well, they know it's us, though.
We could lie.
Yeah.
We could lie. I'm saying all of this.
are we
Lying
going
is
back?
not much my strong suit, though, I must say. So
You liar!
this, it's
Bullshit.
it's one of those things where I prefer to be truthful, for lies always catch up with you.
That you couldn't have said it truer, my friend. Shiced and shiced as you might, but it will come back to bite you in the night.
It's the truth.
Do I recall seeing Vamir on the ship?
You would not.
But I know he left the ship in just a loincloth, pretty much.
Yes. And you would have seen the guard that was with him as well. The guard tried to help drag Rango's body to the lifeboat. They came up together and tried to help you drag Rango's body.
Huh. Okay.
Are we heading back to this scalable mountainside,
I don't
or
wanna
are we
scale
going to
it.
go around it?
What?
I don't want to scale it. But if you're not much for lying,
No, I never.
what was your business on the ship?
I was taken prisoner. You see, it's a hard story to tell.
I just look at Kai. I'm like,
However,
I rush right
You
next
see
to
my
you with my
father.
hands behind my back, and I listen intently.
he passed away. And before he passed away, he had married this woman who was hateful and extremely evil, and she hated me. Well, her daughter, imagine the most prettiest bitch you have ever seen in your life. Well, I'm going to tell you the short version of the story. She was given all my father's possessions upon his death. And when I attempted to reconcile and make sure that I got the prized possessions that were my father's, they turned me in, and the guards caught me, and I ended up in prison, and they were transporting me. So, yes. And I wish to not speak of it anymore.
I want to insight him.
It's
Okay.
true.
Was that the truth, or are you rolling your deception?
That was lies.
So
Lies, lies,
Give me a
lies.
deception, and Kai can give me an insight.
Let's go smell.
You never once incited Ruik. The first thing you're
Well,
going to do
I'm
is
making up
incite
for that
Vamir.
in this.
She's like, I know better now,
Yeah.
damn it.
20, not net.
Deception is what I'm rolling.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Oh.
You get a strong sense that probably not all that story's true. There might be some hints of truth to it, but
So I'm just going to look at him as he says it. Right. Well, I'm
Oh,
sorry
may-
for your
Well,
misfortune.
I
it's
smell a lot of
unfortunate.
bullshit.
You didn't
hang
roll
on.
that, you big
Roll what?
Goliath.
Hey,
Well,
well,
what?
You can't speak
before
on
anybody
this.
rolls an ankle, we are on a trip. We are on our way. Let me enthrall you with a story.
I would love
For
to
the-
hear your
for the
story.
last of this.
Absolutely.
Do you recall the story of a group of bandits once coming into a great treasure?
No.
Oh, well, we're walking, correct? We're walking towards.
yeah, you guys can choose to walk
Is
and
there
have
a
this
path?
conversation. There is a path that leads up.
We're
to
going to
the
go ahead
mountainside.
around the wall, kind of work
Yeah.
our way to the
This would just
village.
kind of be like traveling tales.
It's like a deer path or like a.
Oh, is there a path
Wildlife
going
path.
up the mountain, though?
You
Like a
haven't made it that
sound
far
path?
yet.
Yeah.
We'll say this is taking place as you guys are walking up to the wall.
Okay, and in the shorts of the story, I guess, is a group by far takes a bigger bounty than one man at all. So keep that in mind. In the company of good, you can accomplish much. In the company of the lonesome, you accomplish little.
Wise words.
Are we climbing this wall? What are we doing?
I think we walked around it.
Did we?
Yes.
I was just lost.
Dovakiin, can you see anything with your big eyes? Your tall, brutish stature?
You want to roll perception?
First, I need to know for sure. Were you heading towards the wall, or were you going to follow it and try to walk around?
Is the group majority split or?
Technically, we can be.
I mean, you guys
don't
can
care
take
either
a
way.
vote on
I'm
it. You
half
guys
goat,
can-
so
I kind of assumed from the boat we just kind of took a pursuit angle and found the corner of the wall to go around it. Is kind of how I took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because we would have ventured off.
We went
path.
100 feet off anyway, so.
So we would
That
have
was
just, I
my
guess,
thought.
circled back around to go around the wall instead of going up it.
So I mean, it's not really a wall, right? It's like
Mountain.
a mountain
it's a
range
mountainside.
Okay,
It's
I
mountain
got you.
range.
I got you.
that stretches for both ways. You might be able to find a valley or something, but
Yeah, that's what we'd be looking for, is an easier place to get across.
Which there appears to be none.
I'm probably going.
okay.
Are we still going to try to go around it, or what are we doing, guys?
I don't know.
we should-
I need a firm decision.
We're
from
climbing.
you
I said, you know
guys
what?
So that
I-
I know which way you need to go and
I
which
look
one I
at-
need to click to.
I look at Szidras. I point up. I say, I nod my head yes, and I look at the party and I said, we're going up.
All right, let's
Is
go
there
up.
a sound path, or is it just...
So as you reach, follow the path to the base of the wall. Give me... Two of you give me an investigation check, and then two of you give me a survival check.
I'm higher on the
I got
survival.
better investigation.
I'll roll in survival as well.
All right. I will do an investigation.
15 for me for survival. That's for me.
You only
I
needed
rolled
4
an-
of us to roll, right?
I got
Okay.
20 not nat for survival.
18, or yeah, not an 18, sorry, an 8 for investigation. I'm looking real hard, I promise. I don't know what I'm going to see, but I'm looking.
17.
17. Between all 4 of you looking, you kind of come together, and all 4 of you kind of come to the conclusion that there seems to be a bit of a worn, maybe goat path or deer path that kind of snakes up the mountain.
Perfect for Illias.
What?
There's a goat trail.
What? A goat trail?
Yeah.
My little tail starts to wag. Where?
we just point. You are the goat man. You tell us. Don't lead us, but point. I guess point the way.
Well, I go into the general direction where they're pointing, and I start looking around.
You can see the same thing they saw getting over there. It's just like a goat path or deer
Where
path, something leading up the mountain
Where
and
have
kind of like
There appears to be
snaking
a
up and
path.
You
around.
seem like you're not with it, Illias. Where have you been?
Chewing on
Just-
that tree bark.
Oh no, I didn't chew on the tree bark. Just keeping myself right in the middle with everybody else. But I feel like my time to shine has come. I say. I turn around and I look at the others, and my arms open wide. I know I can traverse this trail, but what about the rest of you? What do you think?
We have already decided. We are taking the trail. We need to get to this blasted village. Wait, let's just go.
Okay.
I'm anxious.
Actually, I think I might hang back and find another way.
Don't do
That
this.
path doesn't look very good, and it
I
goes
will
up
grab
pretty
you
high.
and throw you up there.
If I was to fall up that path, it's not going to be very. We already seen what happened on the ship.
We're not gonna fall off the path.
You're
I
clo-
jumped
Would you-
down.
Listen, we can. I have an alternative to this, and I point to Dova and I said, "You see a large man right here, right?
I don't want him following on me if we both fall off the cliff.
No, he's not.
Yes,
Look,
I vote for him to go last.
Very true. Very true. But the thing is we need. I don't know. I was going to suggest. If it's not a cliff we're climbing. It's just a path. I do have rope. We can try to. I don't know. Tie ourselves together in a way.
That's okay. You guys can go on ahead, and I'll just go my own way.
Hold on a sec. I'm working on something.
Uh-oh.
Surely there's another
Kai,
city nearby.
you'd safer climbing this mountain than flying, because if you climb the mountain, at least you're still closer to the ground than you would be when you were flying.
So I got a question.
Yeah, but it's really high up there.
Would you
Still close to the
classify this as difficult terrain?
The climb.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I use mold earth, I can alternatively you can cause the ground to become normal terrain if it is already difficult terrain. This change lasts for 1 hour. So I'm just gonna
So you can change, because that's a cantrip, right?
yes.
So you can change 5 feet in front of you at a time, like a 5-foot square, as you're transversing.
Yes. Or I could cast it like if I see like a really rough patch like ahead of us, I could cast it 30 feet ahead to a rough patch like a safe point.
I'll take a point on this one on being like the leader, and I won't need to be nearby because I should be able to navigate the trail. If Kai does not agree to go with us, I'm going to cast sleep on you, and we're going to strap you to the Goliath.
Oh shit. I don't even she doesn't agree to go with us. Go ahead and cast
I
that.
cast sleep.
I want to know what happens here. I look. It's just kind of like the A team, Mr. T. This is better for you. I look at my guildmate and I say, "Need not worry, friend. We shall be there soon."
I ain't getting on no
I play a sweet, somber song that surrounds your ears, and just so you know, I rolled enough to put you to sleep. Just so.
You already did it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing when I was doing that. You're asleep.
And I'm like,
Can't
it's
roll
a s-
anything against it.
No, it's based off your hit points. You only have 18 hit points. I checked you. I rolled
Man.
I rolled 20, so you're
Oh,
asleep.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I can
don't-
see the 20 pulled up on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've got it pulled up over here. He's looking at it.
And we,
I would have told you if it had failed, obviously.
we
but-
quickly like are right there to like make sure you don't like
So-
fall down.
Now I got a question. Since I'm a changeling,
you
does
do
that affect
No.
that or
No.
Is,
No.
okay.
no.
Nope.
They changed that ruling. Remember, you can be unconscious for quite a while
Yeah, that's-
before
that's right.
before it's not
Death.
a minute or
I
whatever.
believe it's
Yeah, it's
death.
actually
death.
death now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll get to keep your form.
I thought about that earlier after Kai passed out. I was like, oh crap. Is he supposed to revert it back? Okay.
I'm just going to take. So once you're asleep, we're just going to take some rope. I have 50 foot of rope, and we're just going to kind of affix you to Dova. I'm going to say, Dova, make sure.
How long is he awake or is he asleep for?
That's a
I'm
good
gonna say
question.
I think it's.
It's a couple hours, I think.
Oh, it's
Okay.
plenty of
It's
time.
like if he
Oh, it's
wakes
definitely
up, he's
long
going
enough.
to freak.
I think it's either an hour or 2 hours or.
It says duration of 1 minute, but it should be enough to get him tied down to the back of the Goliath. Here you go.
You say 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want. And once we're so as you're explaining this to me,
Throw up on
and
the
I've
back of
I've
the
got
Goliath.
like the rope in my hand. You say, yeah, she'll be asleep for a minute. I instantly stop. I said, nope, I don't know about this. She's gonna be really mad when she wakes up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Each
only trying.
creature
I
is
thought she was
affected
gonna be
by the
asleep for a
spell
while.
unconscious
That's- I
until the
thought it was the
spell
whole
ends. The
thing.
sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to sleep.
I'm just trying to get her to calm
So-
down.
sounds like
Get him
to me-
calm down.
It says duration 1 minute, but we're gonna call it an hour.
We're gonna call it an hour.
That's right. I love
Sounds
that.
good.
Thank you, DM, for giving us a nice ruling on that.
I start the rope once again.
You put Kai out for a minute. He's just gonna wake up while you're in the middle of.
I thought I could trust you.
Alrighty, we're gonna jump into another break, and then we'll be back. And we are back from break.
And Illias was a pirate.
Right before we left off at break, you guys had arrived at the bottom of the mountain and had found a goat trail that led up the mountain. You had put Kai to sleep and secured him to Dovakiin.
Don't fall. And if you do, land whatever way I'm not strapped.
Nobody. I just think to myself like, no, but it's gonna go fine. It's gonna go fine. We're gonna climb this shit. It's
I
gonna
mean,
be good.
Kai,
Look at that
pancake.
big guy. He's got this, huh?
Yeah. I was born in the mountain.
It's probably about 8 o'clock in the morning. Who is leading the pack up the
I will
mountain?
lead the pack. Well, Illias was actually supposed to lead the pack.
Yes.
Okay, Illias.
I will follow Illias.
Very closely.
I'm gonna be right in front of Dova.
Save me.
Kai's like, okay.
Kai's strapped to the back
So,
of Dova, and nobody
Illias
there.
is
Yeah.
first. Is Dovakiin second?
No, I'm
No,
second. Vamir.
Vamir is second.
Here a second.
Okay,
Where
who's
you
behind
at, Szidras?
Vamir?
You want to be in the middle, and I can.
Yeah, I'll be middle.
Dova will be the anchor, and I'll be right beside Dova.
That works.
So Szidras, Dova, and then Rango.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This will be considered difficult terrain, except for Dovakiin, because he's a mountain Goliath. He'd be used to your mountain pass.
Oh, so perfect. Nothing to worry about.
Except that one time, something.
You act like we were on a ship and it
Besides,
crashed.
you
I
can't,
mean,
Yeah.
you can't speak anyway. You're knocked out. You're asleep.
I'm being like you, talking when I'm not even there.
So, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to break this down into 6 sections. There'll be 100-foot sections at a time. And I'll do a contested roll. If you use
He's
Old Earth.
Old Earth, you won't get advantage. It'll just be a normal straight roll.
Okay, fair enough.
And with difficult terrain, you'll only move at half speed, so it'll take a little longer.
Yeah, to be expected.
All right, first 100 feet. Illias, you're leading the charge. DC of 10.
What's this for?
The first 100 feet.
Is this all of us?
Yeah.
It's a straight 20 roll, right?
Yeah.
Kai included?
No. Kai is being carried. Kai is actually asleep for
A while.
probably the next 55 minutes.
Did you say athletics or acrobatics?
It's just a straight 20 roll.
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
at
okay,
all.
sorry.
Um,
I got a
Should be-
19.
It should be something.
Yeah,
Like,
16.
Well, I mean, you just. What are you
give me a
doing?
dexterity.
I was trying to get the last bit out of that bottle.
Say what?
so you want a
Dexterity.
dexterity save?
For all of us, or
Dexterity saving.
Just barely.
15. I rolled a 10, but plus
I
5.
pass it with
15.
ease. 18.
Dexterity save. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, God.
Yeah, of
what
course.
did we beat? A 10?
Yeah, it was a 10.
I got 15.
Okay. Szidras, you lose your footing and slide backwards 5 feet.
Yeah.
Rango, you trip
It's
and
like,
fall. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
16.
You feel your ankle break.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, gotcha. My ankle just broke.
well, how far away is Rango away from me?
I'm gonna say he fell about 10 feet.
Yeah.
So he'd be about 15 feet away.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around, pick him up, put him on my shoulders, like, there you go, friend. I can just
I
ride.
told you this was a bad idea, and no one listened to me.
Hey, Vamir, let me entrench you with another story. The man who just would never shut the fuck up. Starring you. Keep walking.
Are you okay, my friend?
Yeah, it shall be fine.
This is literally,
Alright.
that's starting literally on the wrong foot.
You
Like-
make it through your first 100 feet.
Wait, we do? Seriously?
Well, I mean, this is what transpires during your
Okay.
100 feet.
Yeah, now I'm carrying,
like-
I'm carrying
I feel like
Kai
you're
and
carrying
Rango.
two.
only 500
I'm ser-
more to go.
Okay, let's visualize this. I feel like we barely stepped onto the trail. He breaks an ankle, and this guy takes a knee. I'm like, great. This is great.
Go figure.
Yeah, you guys are spread out. I would say you're probably spread out 5 to 10 feet from each other.
Okay.
And you were probably 45, 50 feet up the hill when
this happens.
Szidras, who was ahead, kind of slipped and lost his footing and slid backwards a little bit, and then Rango just distracted, looked up, stepped, slid backwards, and then he just felt his
Fucking
ankle
daydreaming.
roll and
Just
break.
Snap, crack.
Who has the medical kit on him? Is that Kai?
Yeah.
Oh, Kai's not awake right now, so we can't
even
ask
the
for it.
medical kit
It's
could
right.
fix his limb.
Rango is sitting on my shoulder.
So,
Yeah, so Rango's
yeah,
up on your shoulders.
and as that happens, as we're walking, I'm just gonna. Can I just do a medicine check on myself to try to maybe set my ankle back with some rope?
Yeah, give me
Give
your medicine check.
Okay. I guess I would use just part of what I had, something, whether it's like a dagger to try to, maybe not a dagger, but
Do you need help, friend?
I just say no. I'm just trying to let's just keep going. So 17.
Now you guys get to see
19.
Cam's new mechanics for his broken limbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
A 19. So I would say, did you get the healer's kit from Kai?
No, I was just
Anybody?
trying to like set my like snap my foot back into place and like wrap a rope
Wrap it with a
around
rope,
something.
okay.
Yeah, just to like
Yeah,
set it.
you can wrap it.
Okay, that's all I was trying to do. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
So is Dovakiin carrying Rango then?
Yeah, I'm up.
Dovakiin is carrying 2 people now.
Oh boy.
One strapped to him, and
The other
carrying
one
the
just
other
kind of
one.
over his shoulder.
We're doing good. I look down at Kai and just shrug and just say, we should have just taken the horses. I know you can't hear me, but that's what I'm thinking.
All right. Your next 100 feet, your second check.
This
How
one
long
for
is this
deck.
taking?
I'll say that first one probably took almost an hour.
So is
And
Kai
dealing
beginning to
with that
wake
would
up?
include hiking, breaking it, your ankle, trying to set it.
Is this nerd dex saving throw?
Yes.
What's the thing to beat?
16.
So I don't have to. I'm just riding at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
18.
16.
So far, so much better, I guess. You know?
Vamir.
What was I supposed to roll again? I'm sorry.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. My bad.
Watch your footing, friend. I would
will
hate for you to
try.
break an ankle.
That would suck. 2 of us lame on this trip.
Be 3 soon.
What was the DC?
16.
Ooh, I have a 15.
So, as a reaction, after you or a creature can see within 30 feet, makes an attack roll, ability roll, or saving throw, I can force the creature to re-roll. I can make that decision after I see whether the roll succeeds or falls. The target must use the result of the second roll. So, riding upon this.
Basically, he's giving you a chance to re-roll.
Yeah,
Or
but
make
it's like a rewind. So you just see me point my staff at you.
Oh, okay. I passed at that time with a 19.
So you just seen like a chronal shift. So what I would say,
you
what
go to step and you start to fall forward, and then it just is like, blink, and suddenly you're standing back up and you step right up. Like,
That's pretty cool.
and I just nod at you.
Thank you, friend.
Next time I'll,
Szidras,
12.
I
12.
owe you one.
Uh-oh.
You just can't seem to find any purchase. And instead of moving your full movement, you only move half. So it would already be difficult terrain, so you would be moving a quarter of what your speed is.
So is Szidras behind the group at this point then, or is he still there?
He was in the middle, so now he's kind of trailing
Okay.
towards the back of the
So
group.
Dovakiin would be catching up to him.
Saving throw for the next 100 feet is a 6.
That won't be bad, huh?
Some easier terrain.
17.
And at this point, Kai, you would be waking up.
Oh,
How high
10.
up the mountain are we?
300 feet.
Rango.
Kai, it's not what you think.
Can I see how high? Like, are we on? I'm assuming we're on like the side of the mountain.
How did you guys fashion Kai
So-
to Dovakiin?
so-
Is he like backpack strapped? Is he like tied in the front? Like,
I would
How
say
did you guys
maybe
do
like
that?
across the shoulders, and somehow like strapped like up by his shoulders, and not really thinking about the whole height thing.
so are we talking like Chewbacca and C-3PO and The Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah,
That sounds like a good visual.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. But we like made sure that it was like 100% like fashion. Like say like you're not gonna fall out.
It's almost like one of them kid carrying things. they have
Yeah.
on the back
I'm
of
just
it.
trying to get
Yeah.
like here,
like a reverse kangaroo
C-3PO wakes up in Star Wars and starts freaking out because he's tied to the back of Chewbacca.
Yeah.
That's kind
Right?
of what I'm
And
seeing
now
here.
Kai's going.
Kai's waking up like,
Do not
what
freak
the
out.
Yeah.
Oh
You
God!
do
Oh
something.
God!
Yeah, I'm just gonna say like when you're starting to wake up, I'm just gonna say, listen, it looks a whole lot worse than what it really is. Actually, this big guy is quite a formidable way of transportation. See, what happened was somebody pushed me, and I broke my ankle. So we're just riding along at this point.
And it's getting to be about noon.
Did anyone fail any of that save throw? I mean,
I don't think
pretty
so.
low.
Yeah, it was just I don't.
How tight's the ropes?
Tight
On
enough.
you,
Yeah.
I'd say they're fairly tight. They tied you so that you wouldn't be.
Flopping around, I would assume.
Yeah, because the more you move, Kai, the more chance that I may stumble backwards.
Out of,
Then don't move.
out of fear, I'm going to change into a mouse.
Oh god.
That may
Wait a
that may
second.
make it worse.
You're a changeling, right? Like
Yeah.
that sounds like a druid thing, isn't it?
I
Or can changelings?
secondary class in druid. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
You
you
changeling
get-
druids
so
that can't help yourselves.
you'd
I
be
know.
like 10 foot up off the ground already.
Oh,
Squeak. Squeak.
Yeah. Splat.
Was-
Gotta-
if-
Maybe you run up his shoulder and sit there.
Yeah, something. I mean, I'm telling you. gonna
since
start-
Kai changed,
does
when she changed, would I
Dova have a
feel
backpack?
Do you?
Does Dova?
You got a backpack or something?
I'm assuming that you're like harnessed to the backpack in some way.
I'm going to change to the mouse. I'm going to go in the backpack.
Okay.
Is there any food in there?
Whatever rations he would have had. Dovakiin, you feel a weight suddenly vanish.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
And something like a real tiny scamper up your back and then down into your back.
Do I see this since I'm right on his shoulder?
Yeah. You
I'm just-
see. he just, it's just like, whoop. It's just like, see?
I'm gonna.
And you're just kind of hanging there like, what?
I'm gonna. Dova, it appears to be that our friend is turned into a mouse or
Don't
a rat.
eat me.
So carry on. Yeah, nothing to see here. Carry on.
Okay, make sure that whatever she turned into does not eat my food.
I'm in there chewing on it.
Listen, I taught.
Trying to calm down. Stress
don't
eating.
you remember? I told you I can speak to animals. I'm gonna look down and say, Kai, don't eat don't eat any rations. All right. And I'm gonna look back at you, Dove, and say, I think we're good. I told you I can speak to animals, dude.
All right.
Next section of mountain, dexterity saving throw is 14.
Hey, you know what? As passengers, we ain't gotta do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride this dude everywhere.
Thank God, not 20.
Oh, hey.
Let's
20
buy a wagon and just
8.
strap it to him.
22.
Dovakiin,
22.
22.
See, look at this.
Szidras,
21.
21.
Yay!
You
You
three are scampering along. Illias leading the pack. You're just kind of bounding
Mm-hmm.
from rock to rock,
So majestic.
Yes.
looking
Sometimes
like
doing a spin
it's
in
just
the air.
pure joy as you're just hopping around.
Absolutely.
And
Sometimes I spin
Vamir
around and check out
has
everybody.
Slowly started falling back.
Oh!
Just kind of it's almost like you're having trouble finding purchase getting up the rocks. The rocks are kind of slick beneath your feet. They're sliding out from underneath you, almost like a shale.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
And you're only able to move a quarter of your speed forward.
Okay.
How far away is he from?
From you guys?
Yeah. Can you hear me if I yell?
Oh, yeah. You guys can still see him. He's like 30 feet.
Oh, I'm just gonna
30, 40
Why
feet.
not hitch a ride?
It's not a bad idea.
Just and I'm gonna. Do you want me to throw you a rope?
There's room for you now.
Yeah, you can perch on the other shoulder, dude. It'll be like riding a battalion.
I wouldn't want to weigh down the big man.
I mean, look at the size of this thing.
I
You
know.
think that a couple of feeble men as ourselves can stop this thing?
You look like children up there riding.
It's quite fun.
I've got this. Thank you.
The next DC, which will be number 5, is 6.
8.
Those things roll
So
forever.
what was the
dude.
DC?
6.
I got 7.
Oh, 24.
24. All right. Dovakiin finally seems to struggle a little bit, reaching up, climbing up the next section. And some of you guys find it. Illias just bounces up in one bound.
Go
and
figure.
It takes everybody else.
Szidras?
21.
Oh, Szidras scampers right up. And then Vamir and Dovakiin kind of struggle getting up, climbing, finding handholds. It's more of like a straight up here. Final roll. That's a nat 1.
Oh, jeez.
19.
Nat 20.
I thought you were about to say you got a nat 1.
Natural 23.
Actually, I rolled a nat 1.
You're shitting me.
Nat 1. I get a +5 to my dex, but there it is.
As the goat leaps, his hooves slip and he face plants.
The Goliath scrambles up, no problem, followed by Szidras, Vamir, and Rango. As Illias goes to bounce and take a jump up, he jumps, and he only jumps about 5 feet and goes straight into the wall.
Ugh.
Is he
Slam.
Is he
Okay.
falling down towards me?
You'd be up past him already.
Okay.
It's like all you guys got up past him, and he went to jump, and he's just like, wham, right into the wall.
Ugh.
You collect yourself for a second, and then manage to get up the wall.
Okay.
And at the top of the mountain, 600 feet up, you look down, and you can see several smokestacks going, several very large mines, and then a village filled with probably 60 to 80 different buildings.
We found it, friends.
Finally.
I look at everybody with blood trickling down my mouth a little bit, and I just grin sheepishly and stupidly and sigh heavily and say, I'm very tired, but it's a sight for sore eyes.
Good question. Is it the hill from where we're standing at to the village? Is it smooth or is it rough?
It's rough. You guys will have to transverse down through a little bit of the valley, and then you'll reach the village.
Okay, I was going.
You'll probably reach the village by nightfall.
The way we're rolling.
I'm going to see if there would be a smooth enough area and just hop on a rock and just use it as a sled.
I take a quick look around at everybody and realize that Kai
Nah,
is
it'd be
missing.
too many like drop offs and.
I take a quick look
Good
around.
idea though.
Because I didn't see the Kai turn into a mouse, and I look around and I say, Kai's missing.
No, she's in the book bag.
She's in the book bag.
Yeah.
I take one look at the bag.
There's
Can
plenty
I-
of space in there for her, I'm sure.
Can I see any motions inside the bag?
I mean,
Is Kai moving around or just kind of clinging and they're freaking out?
Yeah, kind of clinging, hiding behind the rations, eating them,
I'm not
trying to calm himself.
I'm not sure how he's fitting in the backpack.
he
but-
told me he was good. I said, just hang out. I
Okay.
said, okay.
Okay. If he's good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I scratch
A king
my head
among
a little
a king
bit.
among the rats.
I scratch my head a little bit and shake the granite dust and other junk that I gained when I slammed into the wall, and look at everybody else and say, "Are we ready to go?"
Yeah, we need to get to this town, and like I said, at first I guess I need to find some kind of doctor or somebody to fix my leg and fix my ankle, but other than that, we must remember small villages mean tight groups, and tight groups bear consequences of actions. May we proceed?
There's no fuck ups.
Well, not necessarily that.
Means don't be killing anyone.
Well, yeah.
Don't be causing mischief.
I look at Dovakiin and Szidras and Vamir, and I say, "Are any of you feeling any tired?"
I'm fine.
Oh, if I was any better, I'd be walking.
Okay,
That's true.
Vamir,
Yes, I'm fine.
Szidras.
I shake my head no.
Okay, so I cast bardic of inspiration on you, so that on your next saving throw for something, you can add an extra 1d.
No way. Can you do that?
I don't know. That's the first time I'm going to use it.
Just kidding, dude.
Oh, I know.
Oh, man.
Like,
All
no
right,
way.
you guys are gonna try to make your way down
Yep.
the mountain into the village.
Yep.
Illias, I seen you cast that for Szidras. I'm confused. Why did you not cast that for Rango so that he could maybe not break his ankle?
I'd say that we were just starting to climb up. Did not realize that he had actually would fall and break his ankle so early.
I am surprised that a individual as you is not more perceptive in knowing at which party members will struggle at an endeavor such as climbing a mountain. I'll make note of that.
Can
I'm a
I?
performer, not a.
Can
I'm
I-
a performer, not a doctor.
Do I
Damn
hear
it,
this?
Jim.
Do I hear this conversation?
Maybe. I wasn't trying to be quiet about
Oh,
it.
okay. So I was just saying, like, no, friend, I'm not referring to the ankle. I'm referring to the boat.
The boat.
Yeah, well, the old things shall die in time anyway. And this, what I forgot to say when we, after like the squirrel, that I took the time, like, because we rested since then, or have we not? Is it still the same
No,
day?
that's still the same.
Oh,
That would've been
okay.
That was like
at
7:30 in the morning, and
It's-
then
What time is it now?
About
I'd say about 10 hours have passed.
Okay, so
So
during
about 5.
okay, so during this downtime, like that, I'm riding on the shoulder. I'm just kind of working on something in my lap.
Okay. Give me your dexterity saving throw as you guys are coming down the mountain. You're trying to beat a 9.
19.
Natural 20 for a 26.
Nice.
Some heavy nat 20s tonight.
Yep.
15. Heavy nat 20s. I rolled 2 nat 1s this tonight.
You fucked up.
I think I'm
16. You are all successful in making it down the mountain. It takes about 6 hours. You're able to make it through this section of the forest, and you are on the outskirts of the village. You have found the main road that leads into the village, and it says there's a sign that says the Red Hollow Village and Mining Guild.
The mining guild.
The-
Anyone know where we are?
So
Red Hollow Village, according to the sign.
Right, but where's the bearings? What's
I-
north of us, east of us?
I don't know.
South.
I don't know much, but I do recall hearing something of this town from, and I mean long ago. Time before my time in the guild.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That guild's not this old.
No, I just remember like
I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
I know it's
you
not
might
that
not
old.
hold something, but it's like only like 5-6 years old, maybe 10, but it wouldn't be older than 10.
okay.
Sorry, not trying to be.
No,
Sorry
I
about
was
that
just
shit, but-
like I was thinking of that because of the last time, like when I think when I played as R, I think I remember something about this.
Yeah, you helped build it as our.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
So you haven't always been Rango?
No, huh? And like all this is just kind of like like outside thought bubble.
I know, I'm fucking
All
with
serious party members, I think it'd be good and wise to look for some sort of inn for the
you.
night.
Absolutely.
I jump to attention and I bow to the rest of you and I say, leave that to me. I will make sure that we have good rooms to sleep and a nice warm bed to sleep in.
What time is it, DM?
About 11 o'clock
At night?
PM.
Well,
Dark.
I suppose that's
Is it so?
idea.
Are we like right outside the
Yeah, I mean, you can see the
safe terrain? Safe terrain to say.
Yeah, you can see the city wall or village walls, gate.
So I'm gonna like reach down with my, because I don't think I can reach the backpack myself, but I just use like the tip of my staff to like rustle the backpack and try to get Kai's attention.
While I'm in there, is there anything good in the backpack?
Give me a perception check, and I don't know what Dovakiin would have in his backpack.
Oh, 2 shady characters in this party, huh?
13.
Wouldn't have any valuables in there, that's for sure. Just equipment, rations.
Half-eaten rations, no?
There you go. I said, don't.
Maybe some mouse droppings, too.
Not look at me, friend.
He did not shit in your bag.
No, but we may have a nice mouse necklace here in a little bit.
Yeah.
You
don't
need,
even know it's in there until you look.
well, that, and you need friends of this stature. But yeah, I'm just going to try and get your attention.
Yeah. So when I hear the bag rustle, I'll kind of crawl aside and peek out. Jump down and drop my wild shape as I jump.
Whoa.
How tall are you? This makes me nervous. You're a little mouse jumping out of a backpack of a 10-foot Goliath.
Wouldn't she
Yeah.
have hurt herself or something?
I'd say
assume
if
it'd be
she's
up that
jumped
high.
down, she's like wild shaping in midair and
Yeah.
then just landing.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to lead the charge into the town and find the nearest inn.
Okay, you guys get to the gate. It's 2 large gate doors that are shut, and then there's like a man door or port on the side where there's a couple of torches sitting.
So the gate's shut.
The gate is shut.
And say, hello? Like, not try to, like, scream, but just kind of, like, a little loud. Hello?
A few minutes pass.
Anyone home?
A little window opens up on the door. Little late for travelers, is it not?
Well, yeah, it is, but we're survivors from the airship that crashed, and we're just looking for a warm bed and hot food.
Our business is our own.
And we're headed to the Prancing Pony.
Yeah. But someone else thought of it. It was like,
Make the name Underhill.
Yes.
The airship crash.
Yeah,
Aye, pirates took it down.
yeah, we were on our way here.
Pirates. All right, come in. He opens the door. You walk in. See 3 other guards
Will I
standing
fit
back
through
there
this door?
behind him.
Or do I have to crawl through it?
Make you fit.
No, you can fit. You got to duck and kind of like turn sideways and like duck, but you can fit in.
Okay.
Don't smack Rango off it when you go in.
Yeah. We assume you're still carrying Rango.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's quite a large number of you.
Aye,
Yeah, you're looking at the only survivors of the ship
that we know of.
that we know
Know
of. We
of.
found another lifeboat, and unfortunately, there was nobody alive left.
By the gods.
Yeah, they
That
were
storm the
ruthless.
other night was terrible.
One of my
Is
best
that-
friends was killed
You said
there.
pirates.
Aye.
There's no... We haven't heard of any airship pirates in these parts.
Well, you have some.
Yeah. Do you? I like point down to my ankle. Listen, do you have a doctor or somebody that can maybe somebody who can mend this wound and this bone? It appears to have slipped.
Yes, if we can take you to the guild, and our medic can look after you in our infirmary.
Fantastic. I just kind of slapped Dova, and I'm like, let's.
Onward.
Yeah, can you take me to the medic, to the guy?
I'm not an animal.
Oh, I didn't. I asked you, didn't I?
It's a-
Perhaps
hey, Dovakiin,
if you've
do
been
your
in
part
a
and take him to the doctor at the infirmary.
if you've been in a crash, perhaps it's best you all go and have the healers take a look at you.
That would not be a bad idea.
yeah, what
It's,
could it hurt?
it's the least that we could do for survivors and victims.
We are not victims. Survivors, yes.
Yeah, survivors.
Will you be a victim of
I guess I
pirate
would
net?
say if you were attacked by the pirates and the ship was destroyed, you would be victims of a pirate attack.
I suppose, but I don't like looking at myself as a victim.
I would second that. You do. They much found out that we were the wrong victim to step across soon on the ship. Even though we crash landed, it was.
We killed a lot of them. We should be awarded heroes medals, actually.
We will escort you guys to the guild hall.
I'm gonna whisper, too far. Went too far.
Never.
A little too
Never
far.
too far, man. Come on.
The 4 guards kind of form up around you, not necessarily as like an aggressive position.
I've
but
been
just
in
kind
this
of
situation, boys. We're about to be cuffed and stuff.
just a safe
Oh, yeah.
escort. They lead you through the darkened city streets.
figures.
You do pass by a tavern that seems to be open.
Prancing pony.
It's known as the Alibi.
Oh, I was wrong.
Wait, the alibi?
I love the alibi.
I have an alibi.
And then they lead you up to a guild hall, which there seems to be some torches and lights on. The guards walk in, and there are
What guild is this?
this is a
Miners
mining guild.
The red
There are several empty desks inside, and you see the guard that had spoken with you. He walks up to another guard inside the guild. Please go wake the medics and the healers. These people need immediate medical attention.
No, this is much nice of them. I thought they were lying for a moment.
And then they lead you through the guild hall back into the infirmary.
Yeah.
There are 3 healers back here waiting to look over all of you.
I blush gingerly.
Say, Dova, will you please set me down somewhere, please, and thank you.
Yeah, I'll send him down somewhere where.
There's like tables that he can sit on. You can set him on.
I'll set him on a table.
Where the
that way
doctor can
the
walk
medics look
over
at
and-
his ankle thoroughly.
You do see a dragonborn. She walks over. And what seems to be wrong with you, sir?
Well, yeah, we were traveling, and one of our friends pushed us, and I seem to have broken my ankle, and I tried to set it as best I could with the rope and what I had.
She gets down, pulls your pant leg up a little bit, looks at your wrapping, undoes them, and then you see her clutch a necklace that she's wearing, and her hand begins to glow. And your ankle, you feel it pop into place, and then it tingles for a while, and then it feels good as new.
Oh, thank you so much. That feels much better.
Impressive, I must say.
You are welcome.
That'll be 1,500 gold pieces.
Do you take Amex?
Yeah.
Does anyone else need any looking after?
No, I'm pretty good.
I want to take a real good look at this person, this healer. What do they have on them of value?
Man.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Trying to look at him while the guards eyed him.
9.
9. Doesn't really look like they have much. They're just wearing a simple tunic. They have the necklace that they're wearing. And yeah, that's about it.
I'm going to walk. Is it a female?
It would look like a wine skin.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a female.
My, that is a beautiful necklace you have.
Here's going to get us in trouble.
Thank you. It is my holy symbol.
Are you a part of the Miners Guild?
Yes, I am a medic for the guild.
Oh, well, thank you for your services. If you wouldn't mind, please check me out. Make sure I'm good. It was a hell of a bash we got into.
Okay. She is going to look you over, holding her holy symbol once again. Her hand is going to begin to glow, and you will feel any cuts or bruises that you had close up.
Oh, wow. I feel spectacular. How is it that you perform this magic?
Well, I'm a cleric. I pray to my holy deity, and they provide me with divine magics to heal and cure people.
Very, 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 very fascinating. Well, thank you, and good day.
500 gold, please.
And as I go to walk out, I want to eye the room to see if there's anything of value.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Critically failed.
Not a lot. Seems like some basic medical supply, bandages, things like that.
Gotcha.
And a guard eyes him, is like,
The guards are... There's one guard in the room, but the other 3 guards are just kind of like outside of the infirmary. Not really like worried about danger, but just kind of relaxing, waiting on you guys to come out to take you wherever in the village that you might be going.
I was gonna say, I asked the cleric how the scene is at the alibi, the inn that we saw on our way through. Are they in need of entertainment?
The alibi is always busy. You can find, if you need a companion for the night upstairs, you can find a companion for the night. If you want some entertainment while you're downstairs, there's almost always something going on.
Okay.
This sounds like a place of fortune and fun.
Well, there is some gambling. I suppose fortunes could be made or lost.
Oh, all right. And I just look up at Dovin. And I'm like, eh? And I like round his shoulder.
sure, why not?
Hell yeah! I just hop right back up. I'm just going to chill for a minute and continue to work on what I've been working on throughout the day.
Okay. Give me... Give me a nature check for that.
All of us?
No, just Rango.
Nat 20 plus 4, 24.
Okay. All right. Anybody else need healed up?
I mean, I assumed they were healing me while I was talking to them, but they can take a look at me real quick.
Okay.
Get your face fixed from the wall.
Yeah. Your nose is straight, not crooked anymore.
Lips not bleeding anymore. Thank you.
You're welcome. I never heard an accent like that before.
Come by the alibi later, you'll hear that accent again.
Oh.
I may or may not be up for that.
You know what they say about maybe, right? Maybe means yes.
B19 knows, but one yes is still yes.
The guard steps back into the room. It is quite late. It's after midnight. The common house is closed, but we might be able to get you rooms put up at the alibi for the night, and you could meet with the mayor in the morning. And I'm sure if you were survivors of an airship crash, he will most certainly want to meet with you to file a report and send information in if a pirate attack to the kingdom and the airships guild.
I would. That doesn't sound too bad, I guess. Friends, what do you say?
I'm good with that.
We
Yeah,
meet
sounds good, huh?
Sleep is nice.
So,
Tired.
question, Szidras, do you Just because you can't speak it, that doesn't mean you can't hear, right? You hear everything.
Yeah, I can understand it, but
Okay, right, Roger. I just want to make sure. I'm gonna look over at you and like point to like make a crown gesture and like thumbs up.
I'm going to look at you and I'm going to speak in Celestial just as a see if you can understand it. And I'm going to say, "Are you down, Szidras?" in Celestial.
I'll reply back in broken Celestial.
Damn.
I like that. I like that you're playing it, that you're not just commonly fluent in all the languages. It's a different take on it.
I'm good for bed.
Good for bed. Well, it's safe to say that he does understand Celestial, but however, it's broken as well, so we might be dealing with an ignorant.
I should just shoot you a look. And I said, just because his mouth cannot say what he thinks doesn't mean his ears do not hear what you say.
Yeah, that's
Right,
that's
and
kinda
I mean
fucking
no
rude.
insult.
Well,
I
I
called
ju-
him an ignorant, not anything of lower stature. Maybe we could teach him and help his languages become more fluent, so we can understand him.
Makes sense. It's often like I say when speaking to animals, charades, gestures. Can understand much.
Rango, maybe you could take the first lesson with him and teach him, and I would take the second, so on and so forth. And in about a month's time, we should have him completely fluent and common.
It does not sound like a bad idea, friend. I'm just going to look at Szidras and nod and kind of just shrug and be like, we'll figure it out. So it's late at night, we've traveled, we've been to the village. They're going to put us up for the night and meet us with the king in the morning. But I guess it's
the
not
mayor.
super late, is it?
It's after
It's
midnight.
after midnight.
Oh, shit. Dude, I just looked at, because we're still, the healers are still there, right?
Yeah, you guys are still in the infirmary.
I say, I look at one of the healers and I say, I get the feeling that the alibi is not shutting down, at least maybe not partying down for any time soon, are they?
No, the alibi is open all hours.
Oh, all right. I know where to go.
Okay, so you guys are going to head to the alibi. Do you want to pause here for the night or keep going?
Probably pause.
Yeah.
Pick up next weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
I won't be here next weekend, Clark.
Okay. You'll be in your room asleep while we're out doing our shenanigans.
Teaching common and robbing schlobbins. I don't know.
Yeah,
It'll be
I like
easier
Schwab.
if somebody can't make it now that we're in town, because
Yeah.
you can be doing something in town, and
Yeah.
when we start again, we can pick up with something.
Yeah, I just,
what you're doing
Sounds
while
good.
they're off doing whatever.
I might have to just be like, well, I'm rolling as him because I need my taxi. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding.
You definitely enjoyed that, didn't you?
Hey, free rides, dude.
All right.
Free food.
See you guys next time.